and we'll figure it out later.
Okay.
Whatever works.
Whatever works. And here we go.
This is his.
Okay. Fuck my PBR.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Wait, how long was this live for before we noticed?
We're live right now.
It was live pretty long.
Welcome back to the plug, episode 347,486.
We keep on going, baby.
I've been on two.
My name is Polly G.
It's your boy Ethan.
And I'm Bob.
And
I'm
my
ZAC
esteemed
CONGER.
colleague. Well, let me do the thing.
Oh, sorry. Introduce
My
me.
esteemed
No.
colleague, sitting over here at about 5'10", in the red corner. No, all right. This guy to my right is our guest and special guest co-host for the night. His name is ZAC CONGER.
ZAC CONGER. What's
Good to
poppin',
be here,
baby?
guys. Thank you so
No
much.
samples for right now. The samples are on hold
My
for right now.
computer's
You just can't hear
Oh
it.
God,
rebooting.
whatever
It's
will
doing a
Bob
thing.
do?
Bob's
I don't know.
rebooting things.
It's going to be a...
We are live in effect here at the Iron Phnx in Rapid City on the west side of town, this frosty metropolis we call home. And we're just kicking it. What a great night. I forgot the bartender's name already.
Megan.
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 Damn it. I'm sorry. I was going to give Megan a shout out.
Let's give her a shout.
Yeah, give
I
Megan.
gotta
Give Megan a shout out. Get over
wait,
to
hold on, hold on.
the.
Yeah,
Scoot you over
fix
a
it.
little bit.
Yes.
There you are. Look at her
Scooch
behind
it.
the hat. No, you
Scooch
can barely
it,
see
Tad.
her.
Megan, say hi to everybody.
Do a dance.
You can't even see her at all. There she is. Hey there, Megan.
We got Mr.
She's our beautiful
Marquise
bartender
in the
tonight,
house, too.
and we have my guy over here. This is Josh Marquise. So many things I could say about that guy.
The man's super talented.
Amazing philanthropist.
He's more qualified to be on this show than I am.
He's an amazing guy. He runs open mic nights over at Cheers every Sunday night, starting around 9 p.m.
Bow.
So you gotta go check it out.
Also, lead guitarist and singer for Granite Sun.
How many
100%.
bands, Josh? How
A
many?
lot of bands.
How
He's
many
in a lot
bands
of
are you in, man? Yeah, even on hiatus. We'll say even bands taking a break. Would you consider yourself a part of how many bands?
Technically four.
Four. Just
Just
four.
Technically four.
You're like that
not
guy
bad, man.
that plays way too much fantasy, like football. And you're in like 17 leagues normally, and then when you dial it back, you're only in 5. And you're like, it's just 5. One's an auction league. I mean, like, well.
The other one doesn't even count.
But this man has an immense passion for music, which is why we all love him. But also, don't forget, open mics. So, why are we doing this, right? What are we doing?
Why?
What are
we
we
ask her
doing?
that art.
Before we get
that question
into
every
this
day. Every day.
What is the true meaning of
What is
the
the-
plug
yeah.
during Christmas?
The
time?
plug. Oh, this would be our Christmas special, wouldn't it?
What?
Yeah, we only do it once a month, so this is our Christmas special. Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Ding, 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 ding.
I thought you were going to do
All I
something
want
cool.
love for Christmas. is
I don't
like-
believe in Christmas music, so please.
Oh, you should have been here on Friday.
If
night.
Oh,
anyone's
yeah. Hey, the karaoke challenge was I hate
two
Christmas
things I
music.
know.
Hayden
Yeah.
and Ethan were singing Christmas songs all night, and it was driving me fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah. It was good. I mean, I don't like it.
Two things
But
I
I dig
claim: anti-temporalist.
Ah,
All right, and I'm also anti-Christmas music. I just don't like it. I think it's cheap. All right, I think anybody
think
can
you're
write about
cheap,
snow,
right?
write about some real shit like cocaine.
I like how we
Ed
just
Sheeran
we
and
just
Elton John
grazed
just
past the
dropped this Christmas
anti-temporalism.
song.
Like that's like
Shit
it's more
sucks.
crazy to not believe in time.
I'm derailing everybody. and I can see it
aspects of
happening,
time.
and I'm so sorry.
It's more it's
All
better
right,
to believe.
all right. But did you guys
in
listen to that new
Christmas.
Ed Sheeran and Elton John Christmas song?
I did not.
It's badass. Don't
Really?
watch the video though, because it gets kind of weird.
Was it better than Elton John's single with Dua
Weird
Lipa?
how.
Elton
Well, I
John
mean,
single.
it's
That
just like I
shit
listened to the song and I'm
was
like, this is pretty
trash.
fucking
It
cool
would have
for a
been good.
Christmas song. And then I saw the video and I'm like,
If
this
it weren't
is-
for the fact that he
the
used
video
his
is
own
cool
fucking
on its
song, it
own.
was
It's a
Rocket
form of
Man.
art,
With that,
but-
it was a house remix of Rocket Man with Elton John actually being on it.
What-
Why?
Hold on. What? Say that again. It was a Christmas, but no, I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Christmas special.
No, it's not a special. It's Ed Sheeran and Elton John's new song. It's like a Christmas song. And I heard it, and I'm like, this is pretty cool for a Christmas song. Then I watched the video at my buddy's house. We like put it on when a bunch of people are over, and everyone's like, oh my God.
What's it,
it made the whole
what's it
crowd
called?
uncomfortable. I can't remember. I don't know.
Dude, Elton John.
I don't know the
is-
names of Christmas songs, and
he is-
I make a point not to remember the name of them.
I mean, at a certain point, you got to give it up, man. I'm not saying Elton John should do that.
What?
Keep making music. I'm just saying.
He's in the age frame at this
No.
point.
I mean, like,
his career,
dude,
if he's
there's
not
a
making
difference.
Christmas
All right,
songs, what is he
so
doing?
Elton John has now become the old guy that's like scuba
He's
diver.
still relevant.
That's still like used
Still
to be
relevant.
badass and was like lead scuba diving
This
like
guy's
champion
crazy.
every year for like 10 years running. Now he's
Absolutely
still trying
not.
to scuba dive with all the up and comers. And he's like, yeah, man,
He's
you
the
know what
only
this
one
is
that
called?
can.
A regulator.
Holy
He's that
shit.
guy. And they're like, yeah, we get it, man. Try to keep up.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right, Paul, when you're still
All right.
DJing weddings when you're 65,
I know.
talk
I
to
know.
me.
It's going to be sad. It's going to be sad.
Oh, man.
By popular demand. I mean,
By popular
course.
demand. I mean,
Of course.
you,
All right, so-
you age well, man. You'll be a
What
better
is-
DJ in 65
What is
years
this show?
when
This
you're
show is an
65.
all original music review show.
Yes.
Created during the pandemic for indie groups of all types, rap, hip hop, any genre. Think about it. I just named the two of the same. Listen, let's just move past it. All right, because any genre spanning the globe, we will rate and review. All you got to do is send it in to us. We're doing things a little bit differently. So if you would like to be on this show and like to have your song rated and reviewed, send it to Ethan Eicher 1992.
Nope.
Real
Nope.
shit. Theplug.live.
Yes.
Wait, what is it?
Is the pluglive.sub@gmail.com. Send it to me. We usually go throughout the month picking songs out as we go along. So send it to me. I'm going to make these posts regularly saying, hey, drop your links. Songs will get picked from there. They'll get slightly just reviewed. These guys haven't heard
We're
even a
gonna
lick of it.
eviscerate your
I've
shit
heard
live
just
on internet television. What the hell
Bob's
is that?
over here breaking
tiny
shit.
bit. Bob,
It says there's no sound card.
What
well,
does that mean?
then
I
leave it
don't
alone.
Oh, well, leave it alone then.
Well, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're not a tech savvy guy, Bob. Like,
I
leave
really
that-
he's all right.
Leave that to
Analog
the,
tech.
Technology.
Yes, you still have time to submit a tune tonight. Do
You
it.
don't. You don't.
You don't?
We put an APB out that.
Are you guys filled up with songs?
Yes, the line is
here's
very
the-
When
expensive.
did you get that popular?
We're not.
Well, we
We're not. We
did.
just have a bad structure.
No,
Oh,
we
okay.
did. Hold
I
on.
apologize.
Season 2, we totally did have a huge blow up. We got to having way too many songs being submitted and way too many donations coming in to the point that the richest people were getting their songs up. So we stopped that. We got a limited list. We
I like
collect
that.
them. We siphon through them
Oh,
rather,
that's too bad.
Yes.
and that way we can figure out which songs
we-
are going to
we-
go in
we
there.
filter, and it's also by
It's limited.
randomness.
Look, Karen.
Now, if you pay me on the
can't
side,
email
And
me.
also what someone call a mild form of autism that we use to filter these songs out.
It is.
And it turns out to be what you're having now. Now,
Karen,
that
I
being said,
appreciate the song link, but that's
You know
not
that
going to be a
might-
possibility tonight.
We
Thank
rate
you so
review
much.
songs on
No,
this
but
show.
it's cooler when I'm
Okay.
holding the whole thing.
All right.
We rate and review songs on the show. We rate them from 0 to 10. We give you 2 points automatically for being an artist who sent your song in
Yeah.
to get ruined by people on the internet. It takes a lot of balls. But number 2, we give you a point just for making music.
Yeah.
I mean, just because it's hard enough as it is to do that, and we understand that. So everybody out there, Zach, you know the deal.
Yeah.
You know how this is done. You ain't no stranger to this.
You ain't
show.
no stranger.
No, I've been here before.
So
I used to sit over there.
Where's
I'm
the
third
comment?
chair
Oh, yeah,
now.
Comments. Was there comments?
Yep, those are the
Okay,
comments.
perfect. All right. So that being said, real quick before we get started, I have a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, ask away.
ZAC CONGER, when I first met him, was in a metal band called A Grave Regard. And he was a drummer.
Yeah,
A drummer in a
that
metal
was
band,
cool.
and this guy rocks a 12-piece like nobody I've ever seen, right? He became then an acoustic
KFC.
artist, and then became the drummer of a what would you consider Camp Comfort genre?
I mean, we most easily describe it as reggae rock, but honestly, there's so many elements to it. There's hip hop elements,
There is.
funk, blues,
Pretty
punk.
reggae,
He's
rock
pretty
and
punk,
roll.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Ska.
it's like ska, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's hard to describe. But yeah, I just say we're a reggae rock band from the Black Hills of South Dakota. Red dirt reggae.
Red
Yes.
dirt
All right,
reggae. I like that.
Yeah.
So
Americana-esque.
and I have a lot of respect for this.
Oh, we
band.
have country in there too.
for
and
a
it's
lot of
dope.
reasons. That being said, I would like to also ask you a follow-up question because somebody asked me this earlier, and I find it different answered from every single person because experiences are different. I watched you as a 19-year-old guy
Yeah.
with a guitar, right?
Oh, I
not
read it-
really knowing what you wanted to sing or
Before A
write.
Grave Regard, he was in a band called shit. Well,
The Parasites.
But the Parasites,
Parasites,
right?
bobbing.
I
It was
when you were
super crust
He was
punk
like
rock.
15, playing fucking blast beats, crust punk, just Dude, that shit was tight.
let me put it in perspective. Zach, throw a number at me on how many gigs you've done in a bar, or maybe not even in a bar, just a gig.
Just like gigs, like playing live
somebody
shows.
got you, like not per se you went to an open mic. What? How many do you think you
Like with all those bands?
everything? All
I don't
Your
know.
solo shit.
Probably a couple hundred, maybe more.
Well, I mean, I would say probably more, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I'd say
I
at
mean,
least
But that's still a
1,000.
lot.
With,
Yeah, I don't know.
even with all that being said, what would you say, to get to this point, if somebody was asking this?
Oh,
like,
I
hey,
mean, I guess if I did
how do
solo
I get
shows too,
into, How do I get into the scene? What do I do? How do I become on the radar or in a spectrum of sorts?
I mean, it's
a
different for
professional
everyone.
musician.
It's different for everyone, and I honestly think it's about just working on your craft in any way possible. Especially when I was in my punk rock days, I just wanted to play drums with anyone, and I had some friends that I skated with and hung out with, and they were like, let's make a band. And our buddy played guitar, and our other buddy didn't do anything, so he just screamed punk rock. And then we found a guy who could play bass, and we just, started hanging out and playing music together. The more you play with other people, the more you learn about music in general,
Right.
the better you get. But also putting yourself out there, like in other situations. So with the metalcore band, luckily because of that punk band, someone had given like a recommendation that they should have me play with them. I had never
Yeah.
played metal or metalcore like in that style, and I went to
Oddly enough, that's how a lot of
audition.
times in the musician world, that's how it works a lot of times. Like I always said, Josh is like the guy. Whenever somebody's like, "Hey, I'm new to town and I fucking play a mean guitar," and I'm like, "Go talk to Josh."
Straight up.
He knows a band that's in need of something.
Exactly.
Hey, Misty,
So
how you
knowing the
doing?
right peoples.
Exactly. But yeah, so I had never played that kind of music, but they asked me to come audition, so I did. And they're like, well, you got chops, but you have a lot to learn. And I'm like, I know, that's cool. So I just practiced all the stuff, that style of music a lot of like bass, kick drum syncopation and like heavy breakdown style stuff, and
Hell
just
yeah.
worked on it. And then,
So you focused on the style that you were going to.
Yeah,
be so
yeah.
like that's a good point.
I mean, because I
Like,
consider myself a musician, not really
Yeah.
like a punk rocker or a metalhead or,
well, I mean,
you know.
Camp Comfort and Grave Regard.
I'd say Camp Comfort realistically
drumming
actually
styles.
represents like the way my brain works and the like beliefs I have more than any other band I've been in has. I'm not really angsty or angry about stuff anymore. I don't want to be loud and mad about my opinions. It's not my style.
Yeah. Team effort.
Yeah, no, and I like
more about the greater good.
I don't know. I like even in Camp Comfort, we have like a song called Warrior. That's very, I guess I don't know the word I'm trying to use, but I guess politically active, or it's like
I
an
mean,
active
Politically
style
charged,
song.
maybe?
It
But it's
might
more like just spreading the word of like things that matter to us and things we care about.
Activist
And you can do
charged.
it in a kind and loving and fun and
Yeah.
light way
Support
that really
is-
creates an element
yeah.
that everyone can get into.
Support can start anywhere. You know?
And you can understand the lyrics and everyone can sing them with us, so that's
So, like,
cool too.
Just to throw it back there, so like the style of Grave Regard. I mean, like if I was to say which one's more impressive, not the feat, the amount of drumming. Grave Regard, I saw you do some shit I didn't even know was possible.
I've heard some shit.
with drumming that you were able to keep up with this pace. In Camp Comfort seems more laxed, more your style, where you can get more creative and add certain things in. Which would you say is the more difficult to perform?
For me personally, Camp Comfort has been more difficult, but because of that, so in the heavier music style, like there's a lot of technical ability like used in it, and I mean it depends on what band you are, or what you're doing with whoever. Everything's
Yeah.
different, everyone's different, but just from my experience, I've started working on a lot more and learning a lot more about dynamics, especially. Playing for the song and not playing to play your instrument as cool as you can in front of everyone. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you want music people care about, not necessarily music that like your four homies that also play drums or like,
Right.
What you just said.
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
Actual
like-
interest in the music besides
And I like to be able to
showmanship.
play drums and sing the song behind them. I mean, I don't use a mic, but I sing it almost all the songs while we're playing.
seen that.
Camp
I
Comfort.
see you do that,
Just because
yeah.
I love them, and I love
love that.
I love
I
the
love that.
message that we're trying to spread in that.
I mean, that goes back to a lot
Yeah.
of different walks of life too. Like anything that you talk about, like where there's a team aspect, like even sports. And I'm a sports guy, so give me a second here. Everybody, when I was coaching football, I had to teach these kids, and this is a 9 to 12.
fucking
Don't get
kids.
excited. I had to teach these kids that every position's important, and it's so important that they play their position well. You know, like it's not that you couldn't be the star receiver. It's that you're better than blocking than the next up receiver is.
Yeah.
And so like him being good and you being great at receiving, but you're better than him at blocking.
Yeah,
So
nobody
like
cares.
it
Let's
makes
get
more
to some
sense.
I totally get
musics.
Jesus
Bob,
Christ,
shut up.
Bob. We're just trying to run a show here, man.
I know, Bob.
Well, I
Sleepy-
played football for like 4 years.
Well,
Sleepy
Bob,
Bob
I
over
am
here.
not.
I
Bob,
care about
welcome
this.
back. Somebody, you got smelling salts?
Yeah.
You can get Bob back here. He's starting to
Give him
drift
some
away.
papas.
He's
Give
like,
this
"What's
man some
going on here?
papas."
Who
Salt the
turned
slug.
off-
Salt
Who
the slug.
turned off Murder, She Wrote? What the fuck is this? Is this telemarketing?
Jesus Christ.
One last question, and
All right, let's hear it.
If you had any advice,
One shot, one
like
opportunity.
Jay Christopher,
I
it might
almost
be
did it
too
by
late.
default.
It might
Okay,
be too
okay.
late, but we'll keep you posted on that.
Kid. Let's say I'm a 19-year-old kid.
Yeah.
You are.
I am good at what I do. I know I'm good at what I do, but I know nobody, and I'm not sure what the next step is to get this thing moving. Get my music career moving. What would you say the one advice you would give them is?
Go talk to other musicians that have their career moving. Ask them
Network.
questions. A lot of times, especially if you've already worked on your craft, like you said, they're 19 and they're really good at what they do, or even if they think they are, you know what I mean? Like, the craft,
Sophia,
being good
what's
at what
happening?
you're doing is the first thing in music. Like, perfecting your craft, working on it all the time. Because when any opportunity randomly comes, being ready for it is way more important than looking for an opportunity and like hoping that you can build upon that later. I have
Absolutely.
done that most times, but that's just
It doesn't
because
Hi,
you know
Sophia.
every person is
Sophia
different,
PD.
and I'm more of a like talk to people, meet people, and try to get people to let me do what I want to do.
Yeah,
kind of
making
person,
connections.
and then figure out the details later. But that doesn't work all the time. So
getting
I'd say
out there-
perfect your craft, and then just talk to someone or anyone and ask them questions, or I mean even me or whatever. You know what I mean? If you want to like fill in like for a song on a gig or somewhere like. Ask someone if you can. Lots of people will probably say no, but I mean, a lot of people I know also would say yes. Like,
Right.
if you're just trying to
Absolutely.
play music and have fun and be a part of the scene, I know that most of us in Camp Comfort are all for that as well. So you could probably talk
Never
to
hurts
us.
to try.
I've
Yeah.
noticed
Worst
that.
thing someone can say is no.
Absolutely, and I've noticed the camaraderie that surrounds music. It's huge. There's a very, very loving aura there. A lot of musicians are dying to tell somebody.
And it's
to,
been
you know,
like
what they
that
know
for a
about
while
it.
now in
Yeah.
the local scene, which is nice because it wasn't always. So
No.
It's really
and,
cool.
And I've always said this. You know, opportunity only knocks. Like if you don't get out of bed in the morning and answer the door, that's on you. You know, like
Right.
you got to
Yeah.
put yourself in a position to be successful, and sometimes that's going out of your comfort zone and talking to people that you know are in the business in the entertainment industry,
Exactly.
and saying, hey, listen, I got some questions. Is cool if I hang around? Be a free intern for a second, you know, like. Ask if there's anything that they can tell you or teach you that you don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, Bob is right to an extent. We gotta get to music. ZAC CONGER, right?
All right, I got an applause. That's planned.
Great.
all right,
TED
let's
talk.
listen to some music.
Let's get after it.
All right,
so-
first up to the state.
I'm only doing
First
pass or
up-
fails.
Oh, real quick.
Yeah.
Remember to rate these in the comments.
Yes.
They want to hear from
Yeah.
you, not us. That's important. That the reason people come on here and put their music on this show is to hear what everybody thinks about it. We're 4 people. All right. The rest of you, be vocal, be honest, and most of all, Bob,
Be nice.
respectful.
Yeah, well,
You don't have to be nice to be respectful. You can be a complete asshole as long as you're respectful about it.
You got to have the evidence to back it
All
up.
right, that's
Absolutely.
fair.
You know, I mean, if I'm being respectful while I'm telling you the truth and you don't like it, there you go.
Yeah.
You know, but we do that a lot on this show.
Jaco.
So
Truth. All right.
rip it up.
All right, first up in the line, we got DJ Osiris with a track called
shit.
It's Love. Come on, baby girl, play it right
I'm
for me.
excited about this.
Beautiful. Mute your own, you have to mute your own mic. Well, Bob, yeah. I'm just gonna...
All these memories try to hold me back, but they can't see. I was born to be free. And if I do, I won't let you go, baby. It's true that I need you, so I do.
Hey.
What was that called?
What was
Yeah,
that called?
What was that called? It was DJ Osiris, and it was called "It's Love."
That was.
Quick
Only guy
table
with the guy.
talk. Anybody
That's not
want
your
to
shit,
start
so give me a break here.
with that one? You want to start?
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. Tasty,
Yeah.
savory.
No, I definitely had.
Words that come to mind.
It did have that. I mean, I'm thinking Mediterranean. I'm thinking Caribbean. I'm thinking
thinking
somewhere
Maui.
in a sea area.
Somewhere where it's warm.
I'm
yeah.
thinking.
However, I can tell you
There's
this much.
water and
What's
you're
missing
wet.
is clarity from the vocals. I mean, and it's soft. That's what it is. The vocals were not meant to be the absolute forefront of this thing,
Agreed.
and that's
They
clear.
seem very airy as well.
That's- yeah, that's-
Well, that was the
breathy and-
point.
No, that
Right,
totally
that's
sounds
the
like
whole
something
point.
I'd hear on Diplo, like on XM or whatever.
Yeah.
That was
very,
awesome.
Very
Yeah.
on par
Chill
with
house.
the current music scene.
Very good vibes.
Tiesto, Diplo. Who's the other one? Martin. What the fuck is his name?
I can't
Martin
remember. I
Scorsese.
know you're talking
No,
about that.
Martin.
Well, that is
Shit.
That was equal to one of his films.
Gramick. It's not that. That's not what it is. I can't
But
remember
yeah,
his name.
no, I totally feel the same way,
Garrix.
guys.
Martin
Garrix,
Garrix.
some Garrix, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
very, very on par with that.
You could pop this off anywhere. This is like some restaurant lounge groove house, and I would obviously vibe with this. This doesn't show me anything crazy except for that kind of breakdown, which is a kind of breakdown. So it doesn't really give me that much juice. So I'm bopping off this one at a 7.5. Brow.
That's a good
It's
score. That's a good
it's
score.
high quality average. Yeet.
I feel like I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go right there with you, but I'm gonna go a step lower just because there was the one thing missing is a whole element. It's this element where the vocals, which are supposed to be background and airy, in a sense, are somehow now the forefront of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And and like Ethan said, I couldn't hear him very well.
Well, I could hear the
them,
words, but I just can hear
but
the.
it was like it sounded
It
like
was
it
not
sounded
clear
like
enough.
background melody is what it sounded like going with the syncopation of the track. So I feel like that's the only thing missing is some sort of element to push the song a little bit further. So I'm gonna go 7. 7 for me. Solid
Right on.
7. Good job. Great song. Awesome. I just feel like it needs a little direction.
Hell yeah. What do you got, Zach? What you thinking?
I got Bob going next.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I thought it was good, but it just didn't grab me. You know, it
Grab me.
very background music esque. You know,
Right, it's loungy.
It's lounge music, something you play, seating music, whatever you want to call it.
Seating music, for fuck's sake.
I wouldn't.
I mean, if that's where I'm walking into, they got seating music. I'm going to be
once
vibing
again,
right off the bat. I'll
somebody-
stay in the lobby. I'll stay in the
somebody make
foyer.
sure
Thank you so
Bob's
much.
pacemaker doesn't have a kink in the hose somewhere before he fucking passes out. Seating music.
This is too much.
You
It
know,
was.
what
It was.
I mean.
It was very. That shit was what 120. Was that 120 BPM?
I mean, it's pretty much heart rate, baby.
Yeah.
Like 100, 120.
I mean, I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
I'm not trying to
Yeah,
ridicule
I
a
might,
guy.
I
might
agree
have
with
not
is-
worded it like, yeah.
What I agree with is that there's something missing. There's some sort of main key
Just
element
doesn't
missing.
have any excitement. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
still a very good song, and I can't go lower than 6.5.
6.5 from Bob. All right, Zach.
All right, I'm gonna go with an 8. I really,
wow,
I
there
really
you go.
dug that a lot. I like that kind of music. It's also a little reminiscent for me of like my buddy.
Yeah, we're supposed to hold these, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. It's also a little reminiscent of one of my buddies. Like whenever I jump in his car, like he uses XM radio still because he's a nerd. But
Yeah.
but it's always this kind of music. He always has it on Diplo, and it like reminds me of
Resets on
us
his
like
channels.
yeah, like
Nerd.
us like going to the lake. I'm
Yeah,
serious.
That sounds right.
That's what it is the
dude,
whole
it is. It
time.
sounds
I'm
like
talking
that.
about John Fearon. If you
Oh, yeah,
were
yeah.
wondering.
Johnny
Of course, yeah.
Fearon.
That's like one of his favorite styles of music.
If you haven't seen John Fearon go full Captain
He loves
Jack
house and
Sparrow,
ADM and jazz,
It's
like all that
hilarious.
stuff.
I
So it reminds
call him mute.
he's the one who got
Captain
me
Jack
into that
Sparrow.
kind of music. I guarantee, like years ago, if I listened to that and be like, "This is whack,"
Yeah.
but now I'm like into it.
I will
Like,
say
this
this.
is awesome. I like the
John-
simplicity a lot.
John has a great taste in music.
He does.
really does. It's very diverse
Yeah.
and it's very, very taste. I want to say, if you like diversity, you will love his playlists because they're all over the place, but they're great. So, what do you give for a score?
I said 8
8.
out of 10.
Oof, da.
Hold on a minute.
Are we supposed to unscrew these if
I
it gets
think
Yeah,
late?
this is,
sync that
this
up.
is like this is the anti-theft.
You got to
part of it.
recharge it. Come on.
That's the anti-theft.
Oh,
part of it.
shit. No, never mind.
I'm gonna leave it because I might want to set it down again.
I don't know, man.
Shit.
I'll set mine down like this.
Why do I feel like I got reverb on my book?
Oh,
Why would
that
you
is
do that
cooler.
to people?
Yeah,
Way
makes a little
cooler,
sense.
bro. But what if I
This
hold
really
it
does fit my lazy lifestyle. Like, look at this.
I mean, it looks right.
Look like I'm about to eat a
I
corn
mean,
dog
it's
at the fair.
laziness respects the chefs, my guy.
like
It's
eat a
good.
corn dog at
Wow.
the fair?
All right, so
Bobby, what do you got?
first song,
Bobby.
Bob already rated it 6.5.
Oh, that's right. True,
First
true.
song in the bag. Who we got
Bam.
next?
Next up, we got. Let me make sure I'm right here. Bam, bam.
Does this scroll down?
No,
It doesn't.
it scrolls down.
I feel like I've been
It
looking
does
at
it
this app shit for a
automatically.
hot second.
Yeah, nobody's commented probably yet.
Oh. Well, where's the scores? We need scores.
We need
get-
scores,
get
ladies and
after
gents.
it. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Bob those in there. All right, next up we got Antonio Bryan,
one of those.
a.k.a. Young Gator.
What?
35 years old from Augusta, Georgia. He wants to help people who are unable to help themselves. He makes his music oftentimes about that. The track is called On My Way. Here we go.
Everybody getting this on.
No, I got you wait.
It's type of
Come
guy.
on, hey, wait.
On the track. But baby, no, I got you waiting. Baby, baby, baby. No, I got you waiting. Baby, please be patient. Ride around my Cadillac. Money will be making. I'm not surprised they hate me. Swear to God, it's crazy. Talking on the telephone. Baby, I just made it. No, I got you waiting. Baby, please be patient. Ride around my Cadillac. Money will be making. I'm not surprised they hate me. Swear to God, it's crazy. Talking on the telephone. Baby, I just made it. I know I got you waiting. Baby, please be patient. Swerving on the interstate. Cat it doing 80. Drop the top, I'm blazing. Swear to God, they hate me. I'm on the way, my baby. Steady calling me daily. With my GPS up, what's my destination? Testing where you at, babe, you promise you gon' make it. I told you, don't you worry, you the one, girl, you amazing. I promise I didn't mean it, I didn't wanna have you waiting. No, I got you waiting. Baby, please be patient. Ride around my Cadillac, money will be making. I'm not surprised they hate me. Swear to God, it's crazy. Talking on the telephone, baby, I just made it. I know I got you waiting. Baby, please be patient. Ride around my Cadillac, money will be making. I'm not surprised they hate me. Swear to God, it's crazy. Talking on the telephone, baby, I just made it. I pull up to the spot and you just tell me what you talking about. Sick of all these lighters you be telling, trying to cop out. You know I'm on the way, my baby, why you trying to start now? My ETA 5 minutes, baby, meet me in the parking lot. Passing by the places that I've been, you in your feelings now. I'ma keep it moving while you sit there in your feelings, girl. I'ma stop pretending like we winning when you healing now. Any pain we feeling, you remember what you did to us. I know I got you waiting, baby, please be patient. Ride around my Cadillac, money will be making. I'm not surprised they hate me. Swear to God, it's crazy. Talking on the telephone, baby, I just made it. I know I got you waiting, baby, please be patient. Ride around my Cadillac, money will be making. I'm not surprised they hate me. Swear to God, it's crazy. Talking on the telephone, baby, I just made it.
And scene.
The slow outro.
Yeah,
Stage freeze.
don't say it.
What was the name of the track?
And that was Young Gator with a track called On My Way.
What
my
was
way.
that?
Young Gator.
Antonio Bryan, Young Gator.
Oh, so that's his name. Okay. I got
Young
you.
Gator.
All right, so
On My Way.
I mean,
The vocals were so freaking low, man. I could not hear a single damn word you were saying, even on the chorus. It was.
And the auto tune, like the chorus was fine, but like,
Everything
when-
sounded good. I just had
thought that-
zero.
that's
I
the
had
style. I
zero.
want to knock this style because I'm not big on auto-tune mumble rap.
The auto tune
I
mumble has
am,
nothing to
and
do
I
with
thought
it.
it
He has
was
zero.
awesome.
He
There's
needs to
just
turn up his
one part, all you
volume.
could hear was like
Zero
it sounded like
presence.
he's
It
making
does.
syllables. It just sounded
To
like
me, when I play that, me personally, when I play that song in my car or vehicle or domicile of any type,
Right.
Feel
absolutely not.
amazing. Oh.
But
would.
that's I understand that's the style these days. You know, like
Right.
I'm still stuck on the fact that everybody just changes words.
I don't know. Future went on
Like
with his
cat
radio
for
station, and he
lion.
was illegible.
used to
His
that,
lyrics
so.
may have been illegible and maybe not really capable of deciphering, but at least the syllables were definitely audible. You can hear them. And this one, your verse was way in the background, man, way in the background. First things first, obviously, and this is imperative because if you don't hear this, you're not going to do it. Turn those mugs up, layer those bitches. I need at least two more layers of you saying that same verse
Well, why
on
is
that
it
same
Rockin'
track.
into Outer Space?
Say
Why is
what?
the name of the song Rockin' into Outer Space?
That's not the same song.
Oh. What was the name of the song? What was
The name of the song's called On My Way.
Oh. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Sorry. On my way. Why was it? I mean, is that the chorus? I couldn't tell. Was he saying that?
Yes, there was a chorus. It was so. My thing was the verses could have had a little more clarity. I do want to know what the song was about, but I love the chorus a
sounded
lot,
good.
and I would
Yeah, I
definitely
like the hook.
bump this in
I
my
like the
vehicle
hook.
while driving around town.
Right.
I would.
But I also
not,
care a lot about the beat when it comes to hip hop, and that was sick.
Well, there was no change up. There was nothing that changed dynamically in the song whatsoever. It was
Exactly.
the exact same thing over and over and over again. That's the type of hip hop I'm not a big fan of.
Right.
I like
gotcha.
I like dynamism. I like some sort of key element in a track to get me activated. Like that song starts hot, but it doesn't go anywhere, and then I can't really understand. the
maintains that
vocals 'cause
plateau.
They're so. I'm sorry. I know autotune's a thing, but once again, you got to do it right and use the right frequencies and attack and thresholds to make it to make your voice sound like that. If you're just throwing up the attack really heavy and lowering the threshold, I mean, you're gonna sound like T-Pain, but I can't understand a fucking thing you're saying. It's
That's
so
just
over.
one of those songs where like I have no idea what the message is, and so I mean I like all
vibe.
music.
It's vibe as fuck.
Yeah, it just felt good
The
to listen
melody
to.
was great.
and I would feel good.
The vocals
Just
were percussive.
driving around to it, or fucking like I mean that's what I listen to when I'm driving around is fucking
I
hip
get
100%
my
hop.
head
bop
to
and
it, but I
vibes.
feel like
And I love dynamics too in songs, of course. Like I
feel
mean,
like
who
songs
doesn't?
like that are a dime a dozen.
I also don't mind a straight beat with just the same thing over and over. It's fun sometimes.
True. All right. Well,
I
what
like
do you
everything.
what do you give it as a?
I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 though.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Bob.
Yeah, I mean, beat-wise, I'd give the beat like an 8, but I'd give the vocals like a 4 because I just couldn't understand a single thing you said. So I got to meet in the middle. I'm with Zach. I'm giving it a 6.
6. Hey, Josh, Mr. Marquise. I'm actually curious. Here.
Can we
hold
give him a
on.
mic? Give that man a mic.
Take that mic, dog.
What I think about that tune?
Yeah, go back over there.
Go back over here.
So you're on camera. There you go.
You're on camera.
Well, electronic music isn't ordinarily my genre, so the low bar it has to get over is doesn't bother me, and that song didn't bother me. Sank into the background good. I could see myself playing like Need for Speed to that.
Bobbin.
Oh, I like that.
Nice.
All right.
That's about all. I
Becca,
got
wave.
for-
You're also
for
on
that.
camera.
But yeah, it was a decent tune by the standards of a genre I don't listen to.
Who's the lovely lady to your right?
Oh, this is Becca,
Becca
from
from
High
High
Rise.
Rise.
We play in a band together. You were asking about bands I'm in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hi.
Say what's up. Becca, what's goody?
What's up? How's it going?
Oh, from High Rise, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
Alyssa says, hi, Josh, by the way.
Hi.
445.
Hi, Becca, says Alyssa as well.
Saturday was great. It was great. I love when we go there. There's like a different crowd every time. We have a couple friends that pop in and out, but it's always like new people. People I've never met, never seen, and I'll never see again. It's weird. I don't know where they come from or where they go, but it's
You guys played pretty well, so you might see some of them again, but
yeah, maybe.
So did you catch that track?
it was pretty awesome.
I don't know. No, I just walked in.
Ah, okay.
Well, I'm gonna grab the mic again. Nice. All right. I'm gonna go right with these two guys. I'm gonna go 6. I feel like it's chill. It's vibe, but there's not much challenge to making stuff like that as there is with other types of music. So
Well, the
6
challenge is getting the vocals. to
6
be
is a
clear.
good 6. That's like
it's
it's a
it's
very
above
high
average.
6 for the palette that is music, but in that genre. But I feel like that's the highest I would give
Right on.
a song like that. Repetitive, no,
Put them all together.
no real,
them all in
no
front
real
of 'em.
breakdowns, no real drop offs, nothing. Just kind of the
Arrangement-wise,
same
yeah, it
fucking
was
thing,
not that topographical. Had
Puzzle
nothing really
game
going to
music.
it. Puzzle game music.
6 for me. What do you got?
Boppin', I'm pretty much on the same path as you guys. I got to say this, though. I just really feel like this song would be such a proper made hip-hop song if you would just get those vocals up there, get some more presence and clarity out of those lyrics, layer those vocals, and even for the chorus included, because the chorus, even though it was up there, it was up there relatively to the verse, and both were very, very and extremely low. Bring those bitches up. Maybe toss some gay reverb on the back of one of those layered vocals and see what that does to you. Kind of widen out that. Everything else quality-wise sounded fantastic, man. I just really wish I could hear everything better. So, needless to say, I still have to bob this off with my guys at a CX.
Six it is. Unanimous.
Wait. Josh didn't give it a score.
Josh, what's your score, man?
Just yell it. Hey, it's a sixes all around. All right, real quick before the next
Par
song.
for the chorus.
Everyone put your mic in front of Paul like it's a old school press conference.
Okay, I see.
Listen, I didn't. That was not. First of all, those are alleged nudes of my penis that I sent to Congresswoman Johnson, and I didn't do it. I didn't do it. That's not something. That's not something I'm going to admit to because it was not me. That was actually another man's penis I sent her. And so, that's where I'm standing on it. No more questions.
Well, you heard it,
questions.
folks. Straight here from the Iron Phnx, this man totally did it.
You're like, well, how do you explain the one you just sent me?
You got it.
How are you even doing this right now? All right, so
Next.
that's number 2, right? Where we at?
Next up, we got Democles with an album.
Democles.
Democles, maybe.
Those
Who knows?
uncles.
Those uncles, your uncles. Swedish producer, roots in the 1980s.
My cousin uncle.
My cousin uncle. The album's called Inside the Algorithm. Track's called Rockin' into Outer Space. The Swedish producer, he's a Swedish producer with the roots in the 80s. He's got his track. Rockin' in Outer Space. Democles. Yeah. Oh, shit. Here we go.
Do we want to do a halftime or do we just want to push through?
No, we're going to do a halftime for Zach's little performance. We have to get...
Whipping the message from the human race. We're going back into outer space. Whipping the message from the human race. We're going back into outer space.
I'm looking ahead into our distant future. Our music is spread all across the universe, but its roots still lives on. The people of Earth.
This is David Bowie as fuck.
Their culture with them, our treasure, our worth, and the styles have all evolved. But the roots are gone. There will always be a soul, and its name is rock and roll. It lives on into outer space, because wherever we go, the rhythm of it stays. All sentient forms in our galaxy will just open their homes to invite the magic bones of the beat we have sparked. There will always be a soul, and its name is rock and roll. It lives on into outer space, because wherever we go, the rhythm of it stays. There will always be a soul, and his name is rock and roll. It lives on into outer space, because wherever we go, the rhythm of it stays. Take it away, Spaceman! and his name is rock and roll. It lives on into outer space. Because wherever we go, the rhythm of it stays. There will always be a soul, and his name is rock and roll. It lives on into outer space. Because wherever we go, the rhythm of it stays. We'll keep rocking, we'll keep rocking. We'll bring the rhythm of the human race. We'll keep rocking, we'll keep rocking. We'll keep on rocking into outer space.
All right.
Oh, thank you, everybody. That was
incredible. Is
outer
what that
space.
was.
We are the Danimals.
The Democles.
Where is this
Or
person
Damocles.
from?
Sweden.
The Democles.
Sweden.
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense. Duh.
Yeah, okay.
I am so satisfied to hear that, to be honest with you. I've never heard anything
was
like that in the
almost
synthwave series. And
Ethan hit up one of his like underground homies and was like, "Dude, make this song like really like
Specifically
super
for
about
me?
outer space,
seriously.
disco and 80s shit."
I
And
wish
sent
I had
it to
those
the
type of
show.
connections.
I'm just saying, if that what like it was
David
actually
Grisco's
from the
rapping.
year it sounds like it's from, that would have been a hit.
Huge hit,
Yeah, it was amazing.
Not in the 1980s, man. It was too messy. I think that right now,
No,
if we
it's
would have
amazing.
dropped that in the year 2080, maybe the
I
year
don't know. That's
2050,
like the
2040s,
That's
whenever
like a
it
perfect
hits,
blend of
when they
80s. It's
forget
like
about what the 80s actually sounded like, then we will be safe. We'll have
I mean,
to
I was
die.
like, man, that
David
was
Bowie-
David Bowie as fuck.
David Bowie mixed with
Forget about that.
I was
Thing.
feeling like
Mixed
later
with
70s.
Chuck
honestly,
Berry.
Anyway,
Glenn Danzig mixed
Okay.
with Dire
Ever-
Straits mixed
Yeah.
with
you ever
like,
listen to Boney M?
Bodie
They
M.
were on
Hell
par
no.
for that style.
I mean,
Ish.
I'm in.
Listen, I just
You
want
listen to Boney M.
I don't know. Oh,
There's not a lot.
okay,
There's not a lot
yes.
about
It's
that
like
song.
super
Okay,
disco.
yes. Yeah, that's bopping.
There's not a lot about that song that didn't touch me the right way. I mean
Didn't
that's
touch
in
me.
all ways. Sexually,
Touched me the right and left way.
Legally?
atmospherically, emotionally,
legally or
and even physically.
I mean, it wasn't that deep
Because
for me, but it sounded cool
I
and
have a
fun.
boner right now, and that's because
Emotionally.
of your music. It's not a real one. It's like a half, like not. I wouldn't even call it a chub. It's more like a hub without the C. You know what I mean?
It's a
And that's what I feel about
Just
that song,
waiting to
because
be
it was
docked.
So,
Just
it was
waiting
so
to be docked.
what it was. Like it literally was exactly what that guy tried to make it sound like.
Yeah.
Like
Even
he
the
went for
title.
this, like super 70s disco, like
Well, I wouldn't say 70 disco. That was more like
I mean,
50,
he talks
60
about
pop
disco
rock, man.
in the song. And
When you-
disco,
I didn't
definitely
even know
rock and
disco.
roll. He said the
He said
word rock
rocking
and
into
roll.
outer
He
space. The
said
title is
disco
rocking
into
into outer
outer
space.
space.
Rocking into outer space.
Well, he said disco.
It's the title of the song.
I know, but
with this
he
thing.
said disco. That's my point. And
careful
listen,
now.
I have to give that song a 7.5 out of respect for everything that it was. I'd like to hear the vocals a little bit more prominently somehow, but I think they were mixed in pretty good.
I'd say part of that was Ethan screaming about how good the song was while we were trying to
Yeah.
listen.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I heard him just
I
fine.
wish we could go to a replay. Ethan's like,
there's a synth solo.
Yeah, well, shit.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
was.
It's literally
and the
that song.
synth solo was
Taylor
amazing.
made
I mean,
for
And the
Ether.
vocals, though, were a little heavy on the track. I know they were super present, but god dang, the bass was sitting there heavy as shit. I could hear every bass part of your vocals literally come over compressing just a bit.
Yeah.
It was pushing stuff out. You could just, it was so big. It was
It
so
was like
big.
a mix of 60s and 80s, like right in the middle, like a
Well,
60s.
no, 60s, 70s, 80s, it's all flat. Just chip off a little bit of that low end
Well,
off
it
your
reminded me of
vocals.
Grease Lightning. A lot of the part of it
Grease
was like
Lightning.
literally followed the same like beat
Right.
pattern.
Yeah.
And then even one point it goes tin 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 tin.
And actually, yeah, it brings that part in, which was very interesting. Yeah.
Go Grease Lightning, you're burning up the quarter mile.
Exactly.
And that just so you know, look at the words in that song. All right. The guy says some pretty crazy shit there. You just don't realize it because it's like a Disney movie or some shit.
Oh, shit.
into outer space.
He refers to that car as a pussy
How
wagon.
did he do it?
No, he does he really?
Kind of fly back in the day.
He does. He says it's a real pussy wagon. And then he talks about
You know,
how
it's the
girls are-
60s. It's a different day and age.
Girls are
We're not talking about Grease Lightning. Get back to the
literally
song.
cream their panties when they see his car.
No!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And
what
then-
we want.
We're talking about
Yeah.
into the
Exactly what
algorithm
we
or
want.
something.
I mean, I guess I don't understand the point of that show. Wasn't it?
Listen,
wasn't it-
Grease is a fever dream anyway. It doesn't matter. That's her, perceptions. That's what she wants to
all
happen.
we
I'm just
know
trying to rate a
is
song here.
Poodle skirts, rat cars,
Combs,
and six,
lots of combs.
And singing.
and creaming. All right, that's all we know.
Cramin.
Creaming.
Cramin.
That's what the whole
But
movie's
yeah,
about.
I just want to drop this off real quick. Yeah. Love it. Vocals, a little heavy on the bass. Cut that, chisel that off a little bit at the chin end, the jaw line of that vocal take. I would say that, and bam, I think this is grade A shit. Bop this off at a solid 7.5 with my guy here too.
Yeet.
Stop that.
That's
killing
my,
my guys over here.
Oh, the cops are here. We got to go.
Yeah. Open the door. I smell reefer, God damn it.
It's not me, I swear.
You'd be the first one they'd look at.
Let me in, or I'm
that's
going to
the
ask
fucking
you a
guy.
series of questions that'll trick you into doing so.
Yeah. Do you have weed in your hand right now?
Anyway, I thought it was really cool, but I'm going to go with a 7.
7.
Get it, Bob. Let's get to that next.
Yeah, no, I thought it was produced pretty well. I agree with Ethan. There's a little like throatiness on the vocals,
Yeah.
just low end or mid lows. I don't know. I'd still bop that up at 7 though.
7 or something like that?
7.
7. I mean, good scores. I honestly, I feel like that song in all its glory.
It was a vibe. It was definitely
needs to
a
be
vibe.
put into some sort of award category for best something. I don't even know what the fuck it would be, but like that
I
song.
mean, I would
that
mashup
guy
of
went
It's
full
about
fucking
time.
send.
Music into
he
one,
did not.
like-
He did
It's
not
about
play to
fucking
the stereotypes of it. He went, I'm gonna sound like David fucking Bowie this
Yeah.
entire time for
Directly.
4.5 minutes, and he fucking
Replace the Gretsch guitar
Took a
solo
chance.
from Back to the Future, whatever
Yeah.
the fucking guitar
With
that
a
was,
synth
with
solo.
a full-blown synth solo, which I applaud you for. I'm using my change. I'm using my fucking change.
already.
You know me.
You're gonna go 8.
It's always number 2. It's always number 3. I'm going 8. I'm going 8. That
that's
synth
fair.
solo
That's right.
was bopping. I love
Yes,
it.
yes.
But
Oh, wait, you changed?
changed.
Okay. Wait, I got to make a comment before we move on. One more time. So Ethan tried to create this word boppin'.
I didn't create it.
Tried
It
to
was
get it
already
to spread and
existing.
trend, and it has only spread and trended between Ethan, Paul, and Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I love the word so much.
Yeah,
We
it's
need to
like
work
anybody-
harder on this, people.
Anybody who's
Public
in
service
the
announcement.
40s,
That's
40s
great.
pop culture.
We got to start saying
did.
boppin'.
Yeah.
We already did. It's already over with. You guys already
say
missed
it.
it.
It's not over.
You say it. Devin says it.
It's
Everybody
not-
says it.
I've said it when
I
I'm
tried to
talking
stop
about you
saying
saying
it.
it.
I say
it's
it
on TikTok right now.
ironically, you know.
Everybody else is using
Listen,
it. And so
don't
I
even
didn't
think
create it.
safe
It was
to
just
view
there.
through this lens, because then we're going to realize how moronic we are on a normal basis.
Oh, yeah.
So
Totally.
let's just go with it, I think it's a great
agree.
word, Ethan.
I think we
you
need a
use
new
it.
word.
I think it's boppin'.
I think the
I
word
think-
boppin' is boppin'.
I think that you guys making this a big deal makes it not bopping.
All right, well.
Yeah, you're making it. You're making
Now
it a
you're just-
thing, and it used to be natural. So let's just do something else.
Something
It needs to be
enthusiastic.
natural. Forcing something to be natural instantly makes it unnatural.
It totally does. It totally
Outside.
does.
thought you stole that from the Warriors.
Warriors.
Did they say in the Warriors?
Does she?
That's badass.
Oh
the fucking
shit!
DJ,
Well,
the
again, like
radio
I didn't
DJ.
invent this. I never took
Rappers.
credit for like the word in general, but the
Yeah,
variations of it are a lot.
Dude, let's just
That's a
finish
bop,
this
that's a
whole rest
bop.
of the show with a screening of the Warriors, and we'll
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
commentary.
I like that.
Just
I like
that one
that.
part where he's
For
where he's
your
going,
watching
"Can
pleasure,
you
we're
dig
down the street
it?"
Warriors.
That would be terrific for me.
You imagine getting a full round of applause like from thousands of people for saying, "Can you dig it?"
I mean, that would be pretty insane.
Yes,
It
I
might-
can, and
I always
one day I
assume there's a
will.
lot of context. Like they knew this guy. He did a bunch of
I
shit.
mean, it's kind of like the way politics
Yeah.
are these days. They can say anything as long as they
that was
end
like
with
his. That was his campaign.
America's amazing. Everybody's like, "Ah."
dig
He always says that. Yeah.
No one
You know.
applauded. Should use the
Then he
button.
got shot.
Well,
so.
oh, yeah, that's right. I
yeah.
forgot. That's like
That's
the very
what
beginning of the
happens.
movie. Fuck.
All right, who we got next?
Next up, we got "Bury Me Where I Fall" with the track called "Always the Villain, Never the
what is
Martyr."
it? One more time. What was that? Bury me where I fall.
Yes.
That sounds metal.
Yeah, Bob.
I'm just saying.
I'm about to
sounds
explain
metal.
this to
I
you.
hope
Just
this
give me a
is
second
It's
metal.
here.
either metal or it's super depressing
Sleepy
acoustic
Bob.
music.
Some
Sleepy Bad.
This over to my right. His name is Sleepy Bob Medic. He is the most sleepy of all sleepy creatures.
Now
I
listen
assure
here,
you.
Jack.
You will never find another
I
sleepier
remember
person.
in
than
1942 when we,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
terrorists.
Somebody.
Start the song.
Yeah. Start.
"Bury Me Where I Fall," always the villain, never the martyr. A three-piece metal band from Derbyshire, UK. They got gigs lined up for the year of 2022, and they're about to play some tunes for you. Always the villain, never the martyr. I feel like I'm that. Yeah. You're like Wolfman Jack.
Hey, all you boppers. Bopping in the bop land. Bopopolis.
Yeah, it's called an intro, Bob. Just
Hasn't started yet. It's got like.
Whipping the message from the human race. We're going back into outer space. Whipping the message from the human race. We're going back into outer space.
All right.
That's the correct one.
This is the one. No? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go check it out.
Why do you keep unplugging your mic? Good point.
Yeah.
And yet here we are.
Yes, here we are.
So once again, we're sitting here with our esteemed guest host and co-host ZAC CONGER from
That's
so
me.
many things, but also from Camp Comfort. ZAC,
I'm gonna plug some stuff later.
How is your Bitcoin doing right now? How's your Bitcoin adventure?
I don't
going?
have any Bitcoin.
You ventured
he's
off.
got that other
I
goofy
don't know.
shit.
I have Shiba Inu, and it is not
what's your
looking
thoughts
great.
of the current market and the way this is crazy that's going on these days with all the Bitcoin?
I just take extra money I have and put it into things that might make money.
NFTs, man.
But yeah, I don't know.
That shit's stupid.
stuff.
That's the
You can take a
dumbest
bit- you can
concept.
take a
Don't
picture
ask
of
me
your
those
balls
questions.
and
So you're
turn
going
it
to pay
into
$200,000 for a GIF. Like, what is wrong
I
with
can't give
people?
any professional
It's pronounced
advice
Jif,
on
so-
No,
anything to
it's
do with
not, and I will
cryptocurrency
smack
or
you, you say
stocks
that
or anything.
But you do have you do treasure hunt on the weekends, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, for music and for gigs and places to go, trying to find that gem.
Yes. Yes.
Where is Camp Comfort performing next?
Let me see.
I like it.
Oh, so this is the thing. We're playing at the 445 next in 2 weekends. That being said, we're actually having Josh Marquis cover for
Hey.
Johnny on guitar.
Hey.
I'm not certain we're going to be calling it Camp Comfort since we're missing, one of the members of Camp Comfort, but it's going to be a sweet time.
Why don't you go
We're going to
outside?
play some
Amp.
Camp Comfort songs, of course.
Can't
Amp
comfortably.
It's going to be good.
Amp
I'm excited.
Comfort, without the C.
Amp Comfort, just
Yeah,
barely
yeah.
change it, and everyone's
Yeah,
like, wow, that's weird.
It's an amp. It's a play on words.
I get the play. We're going to...
I thought it was pretty clever.
We're gonna call it Camp Marquis.
Camp Marquis.
It's gonna be perfect.
Camp Marquis and the
Or
Joshettes.
Josh Comfort.
No, we were thinking
Yes.
about calling it the Joel Adams Band and just making it like a fun fucking
You know,
jam
Joel doesn't
sesh
get
with
enough
all the
love,
bass.
man. I feel like Joel, you should give him his night
What?
where he is everything's all about Joel, the bassist.
Yeah,
Did
he
you
gets
guys?
that.
Didn't
We've
you
never
guys
had
lock
Joel
him-
on the show, have we?
You should, dude.
Didn't you guys
Definitely.
accidentally lock him in your tour
Joel is an
van once?
intellectual with very deep opinions compared to most about a lot of things. He's a critical thinker, I should say.
Didn't you,
You should have him on the show.
accidentally lock him in with a luggage one time when you guys went to a gig, and then you didn't realize till you got on stage, and you were like, "Where's Joel?" And he was locked in the car.
That's never happened. Joel's actually the coolest one in Camp Comfort.
I didn't say anything about cool. I said you locked
It's a
him in
lot
the gig.
easier for the rest of us to get locked in a car or in the trailer than it would be for him.
Oh man,
I'm just saying.
I could,
Poor-
I
poor
could honestly
bassist.
see that, though, to be honest
yeah,
with you.
dude.
they're not
Totally.
even. Bassists aren't even allowed in the hot tub. It's bullshit.
The rest of us just act cool. Joel's naturally cool.
Joel is pretty cool. All
Joel's the
who-
shit.
What's the name of the song again?
it's gonna be very new, very
Bury Me in Shit.
Bury me in China.
Bury me where I fall.
Bury me where I fall.
Here we go.
It sounds like the same song. Yeah. I don't know.
Ethan, you're out of the band.
Hell and anything in between.
All right, here we go.
You wouldn't be safe anywhere if I was mad at you.
All right, this is the right one.
And that's not bull, Dip. That's truth. I put up against people. You can pull a gun on me if I'm mad at you. I'm coming forward. You'd have to shoot me to stop me. If you don't kill me, you're stupid. Because the next time you see me, I will kill you.
Did you think of yourself as
the shotgun, took his hat off, and saw the green light.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So bury me where I
lay.
Bury me where I lay.
Josh,
Jeremy Leroy-
Josh
Leroy
had a couple things to say here, but I want Josh to go last. I'm gonna just because I want it to stick. What you're gonna say? You had some production advice.
I'm just gonna jump in first on
Bob's
this
kind
one.
of the metalhead of the group.
I listen
You're
to
a
a
big metal
lot of
fan.
metal, and this. Okay, I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say about this one.
Make it brief.
I'm gonna
Well, say it loud.
summarize it as best I can.
Yeah,
I can see a lot of potential here. I like the sound of the music. I do not like the recording or the mixing or mastering. I don't know if this is a demo. It kind of sounds like a demo.
What's the plug?
First and foremost, I can tell they didn't record with a click track because the tempo, it went sped up, slowed down, sped up, slowed down. It was kind of all over the place.
I was wondering if that
the
was
kick
on
drum
purpose.
had almost no lows to it. It sounded very. I could almost not tell the difference between the bass guitar and the kick drum at some points, and just overall, the recording wasn't great. I mean, I can tell these guys are probably just starting out. This is probably like their first, demo recording or something. And if that's the case, I really like what I hear, and I want to hear this, again once it's mixed and mastered and recorded properly. And that being said, it needs a lot of work, but I can see there's potential there. There's definitely some there. You guys got talent. It needs to be. You need to show me that talent a little more.
For sure.
And also take it with a grain of salt because Bob has horrible taste in music, so it's important to me. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Bob, what would you give that for a score? And just so we're clear, I very much trust Bob's resolve on metal music. He's an avid listener and advocate.
I mean, as far as metal goes, it wasn't that intricate either. So, with the production quality, I'm gonna have to give that one a 5.5.
5.5. I was gonna go 6.5 just because I liked the. I was gonna go 6.5.
Here's the thing,
I'm gonna go 6, and here's the reason why. Is because I feel the same way Bob does. Something's missing. The production wasn't great. The vocals were muddled. There was parts of it where it had really really good shine to it, like his
solos
voice.
were really cool, and like the musicianship is there. I can tell.
The guy's got a great voice.
It's just you got to record it better so I can hear what you all are playing. If I can, that's what I love so much about metal is you can pick out different parts. Like, oh, did you hear that cool thing the drummer just did, or you hear that cool little bass slap, and like it all needs to be like very refined and crisp and clear. Unless you're playing like, noise metal or something, then it's just like.
Maybe they don't have access to the best equipment either. It's
Of
hard to
course,
hear.
I'm not knocking points off of that. What's up,
Bob,
Mr. Chris?
I swear to God, you've become eliticized by the same type of corporations that ruin metal in the first place, and now you're sitting here vying with them.
Dude, all I'm saying
Gain
is...
grips and pull up your pants, my guy, because
I-
you're shitting
I-
all over
hold
some
on,
real good
hold on,
music.
hold
All
on.
I'm saying is this is
I
good. It's a
agree.
good song.
Frustrating,
It's
to
just
say
not
the
recorded
least.
well.
I agree with Bob on that aspect.
5.5.
I don't think it's a 5.5. I give it a 6 because I'm a stickler on the production.
And I'm not going to judge anybody's scores, but I'm just going to say, from Bob, I've heard the music that you listen to. Are you telling me that you pride metal's literal? The chariot of metal needs to be written specifically on the platform of what mainstream music dictates.
Slightly above average, but
It's like making punk music and be like punk music. This sounds like it's not coming. It's not Blink 182, so it's not good. No, this ain't Slipknot, so it's not good. This band had some excellent
riffs. I'm
riffs.
taking off points is because of the production.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Depends from
Who
what?
said Blink 182 isn't good?
Blink 182 is
Yeah,
good.
Blink
They're
182 is
good. But
amazing.
they're the mainstream music of pop punk. You're not. Blink 182 is as much as punk music is as Mudvayne is metal.
Hold your horses there.
Sometimes there is a correlation
Kettle
between
calling the pot
popularity
black.
and how good you are.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
there's
just-
also rules and regulations. Hip hop started off in a certain way. Punk started off the same way. Metal started
was
the same way.
really good. I just want to hear it.
I'm just questioning this man's resolve.
They recorded that to a click track, got it professionally mixed and mastered.
That's
and
just
sent it
crazy.
back.
I mean, I don't
That'd
even
be
know why
like
that's
an
a
8 or
question.
9.
I agree with Bob. I think it's foggy vocals, very good dynamics in certain parts. Not the speed was up and down. I thought it was. I mean, once again, I don't listen to a whole lot of metal, so I didn't know if that was on purpose. I do know what my earbuds like. I didn't quite. They didn't
Well, I don't know
tantalize with excitement when I heard this, and also the very beginning of the song during the breakdowns. I thought he was going faster on purpose.
Right.
So I don't know.
I
if
think
that's-
usually what happens is the drummer gets excited.
it was almost like
and he
a
likes to speed
There was no
up.
click track for sure.
like somebody accelerating through an apex. You know when you
Yeah.
get that like G-force that kind of pulls you to the side?
Yeah.
Like that's what I kind of felt like. It was like a bending of speed kind of. It was
It's
like,
an overcorrection. That's what it is.
And
And I'm not going to deny. I'm not going to deny by any means that this song didn't mess up. Holy shit! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
What is
Are you
this?
giving out? You giving
I'd
out
say
pop
the,
spaces?
Hey, it's cheeseburgers.
Oh man!
Chris just bought us all
This guy's over here
cheeseburgers.
tossing out burgers over here.
I'm not going to argue against the fact that
I'll take
this
it.
song was not made
I'm a
100%.
Um,
That would be classified as
Besides,
normal
yeah,
music
there you
recording
go.
levels. But I can tell you this much.
Thanks, guys.
Is that even the chaos
guys
that
are
exists in
awesome.
it gives me enough enough to understand what type of impression this song is capable of making. I understand the potential of this song, and the potential is clear. What's missing is obviously the technical, actual aspects of getting it recorded, the actual knowledge, the
Bob
skill
said.
sets. But am I going to judge these guys based upon their skill sets or choice in producers?
That's
no way.
what we're doing on the
I'm
show.
just-
That's literally the
I am
MO
no
of
longer
the
eating
show.
French fries because I saw a
Judge
TikTok
people
video.
based on their
They said they're
talents.
full of carcinogens. I'm
literally
a
what
free
this is
thinker.
for.
I'm a
Josh.
free thinker. I'm going to sit there and
Have a
classify this
cocktail.
song as super potential. It's got a lot of potential. It can be bopped up there. All it requires, again, is just one quick session with somebody who gives a fuck. If somebody says not to use the click track, use it. If somebody says, hey, it'd be easier to do this and make it sort of symmetrical, use it. Do that. Okay? But I can hear everything you guys are going through. The rawness of your band, the rawness of your music is on there. Bury me where I fall. My God. Look at my metalcore friends over here. Aren't they the greatest? I'm gonna bop these guys off of a solid 6.5. Yeet.
Okay, I think
And
that
1 point higher would be radio worthy. So I mean, there's a fine line.
I think that it had a lot more to do with the tracking process and the mixing and mastering process. That's why it sounded all muddied. I don't know how they mic'd the drums, but everything should be mic'd completely individually. No overhead work. I mean, only overheads for cymbals. And each tom and snare and kick drum needs to be mic'd. I've seen a lot of people double mic the snare in really cool ways and stuff like that. I don't know. There's just a lot that you can do. There's a lot you can do in the tracking process that would make the drums sound tighter. I also don't like
just got shot. It's all
thrashy
good.
guitar stuff. Like, I don't like ding 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 or like chord do 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 unless it's like not in metal anyway.
Well, that's a style.
It's not my style though.
Right.
So that's a personal opinion, of course. I'm gonna go 4. Yeah.
All right.
It just sounded like a CD that Bob would put in his car when he's giving me a ride home.
Ouch, dude. Ouch.
All right, so basically all I wanted to bring up was, I mean, everybody pointed out that the recording was the issue, which is good. It's not the song, because I'd rather have a good song and a shitty recording than the other way around.
Absolutely.
The thing that I would say is what you want to do, assuming you're recording this yourself, is you want to sidechain the kick and the bass guitar
Ooh.
Yes.
into its own compression so that when the bass is by itself,
Boom.
bass is this loud. When the kick's by itself, it's this loud. When they're together, it's this loud. The other thing is you can clear up your mix by allocating frequencies. So maybe bring the kick drum up at 50 or 60.
about all the time, yeah.
Tuck that on the bass, and then maybe bring the bass up at 120, tuck that on the kick. You can make your vocals come more into the mix
Real quick.
without turning them up, just by boosting somewhere between 2 and 5, but those are also the frequencies that hurt your ears, so be careful with them.
Real
shit.
quick, to touch on what you said, I always give you credit when I say this, just out of pure appreciation for what you showed me that one day. You said you got to make room for sounds. You have to make room for them. You have to clear up frequencies. And you were just touching base on that. Can you give a little bit more, just a tad bit more insight on what you would have done specifically on this track to clear up room?
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing, too, is, because it's metal, you want that kick to snap. So it's counterintuitive, but bring those highs up in the kick. I would have brought the highs up in the cymbal. Just generally speaking, the kick and snare should have sat higher in the mix. That sounded like it was mixed by a guitarist because the guitar tone was fantastic.
Right.
And it was the loudest thing in the mix. And you don't have to change much about the mix. Just kick and snare up, bring the highs up in the kick, clean up your low range. I would also dip out any lows out of any instrument that isn't a bass instrument. So your vocals, your guitars, they really don't need any low end.
Right. So run that fucking low cut.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the shelf. And so that's that. And then the only creative things I got is in the intro, I would have saved the audio sample for the end of it, so that it has somewhere to go. You establish the acoustic guitar, then you get the audio sample, because otherwise it's like you start here, then you drop the sample, and it's just laying there.
Truth.
But
That's
I
a good
did
point.
like
That's a
one
great
thing
point.
One thing you never hear in metal that I thought was fun to hear is during the chorus, they drop down to the major 6 and then the minor 6. And I thought that was really cool. Nobody does that in metal, so that was a nice, unique thing to hit the ears in that genre.
If you were going to give it an good old honest score, I know you've been, one of your main genres that you've played in bands with is metal.
Yeah.
So like what and this goes a long way. People who don't know Josh, he's been he's been doing this a very long time. So what he's telling you is not only just truthful, but it's masterful in a sense the way he does it.
Facts.
Josh, what would you give this song with potential to grow? What score would you give it between 1 to 10?
Well, total picture with the audio production and everything, and the need for a click, which I'm glad everybody noticed that, because I was going to bring that up and I didn't want to sound like a dick.
Yeah.
But but anyway, yeah, I mean, just as is, I think in it of its genre, it's a good, I'd give it a 7. I mean, and especially because you can feel a musician's intentions come through their instrument, and I heard a band that enjoyed what they were doing.
Hell
I
yeah.
like that.
The
I
energy
like
was
that.
there. You could just sense
A
it.
lot of different scores in this one. So what? I gave it a 6. Bob gave it 5.5. You gave it a 6.5. You gave it a 4. Josh Marquis is the high one on the totem pole.
You?
Giving it a 7. So a lot of different views on that one. I will say
all
one
over
thing.
the map on that guy.
I will say one thing. I enjoyed the shit out of that guy's voice.
Hell yeah.
It'd be nicer if you
The
could hear it
energy
better.
too, man.
The way it was mixed in, be damned.
What are we looking at there?
He has a
Ethan?
very, very harmonic and
What is
bolsterous
this?
voice.
What is going on here?
I don't know. Oh.
No.
We're on the Rapid City Area Schools District
That's
website.
What does that
The,
do anyway? What
the
is the internet?
I mean, I'm only just trying to transition, guys. Can you please
the
just
auto
keep focused?
homepage?
Make your homepage
is the,
Google like an adult.
Well, I mean, it was. I don't know how that happened. It's. I check my son's scores and grades.
It's
on
the
that
same.
site.
It's the same
It's a normal
laptop.
one. Everybody, Skyward. Everybody uses it, but
They're
it's,
not going to see this.
It is what it is. All right. So listen, we've hit our midway point. We are going to take a probably a 10-minute break. We have a live performance from our very own ZAC.
Wait, I don't know yet.
Guys, don't
Okay.
say it.
Okay, yeah, we do.
Special guy. I mean, he was dabbling
We
with the
gotta-
idea.
we
We're gonna
gotta-
try. We'll try to convince him in
We're
the
gonna take
meantime.
a little break, get him set up. We're gonna
About 10 minutes. So don't go anywhere. We're going to play some music. Once again, big shout out to the Iron Phnx and to Megan, our bar staff associate, and of course, Josh Marquis, who just gave his 2 cents in there. We appreciate everybody's input, so make sure you put it in the comments. I'm noticing tonight very little comments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come
that
on,
is
audience.
interesting.
Let's see some interaction.
We want to know what you think, and please tell us. And don't forget, we do this first Monday of every month live here at the Iron Phnx, starting about 6 p.m. And if you'd like to get your song played, rated, and reviewed on the show, all you got to do is send it over to thepluglive.sub@gmail.com. And
We do this
will give
once
it
every month.
Great consideration. That sounded pretty elite, right? We will give it of the utmost consideration. But you may not make the cut. I don't even know what that means.
I like that. I like what you're
Ethan,
doing there.
I don't know. I'm trying to
You
add-
may not make the cut.
I'm trying
Find
to make
out
it
next.
more important.
You are the weakest link.
No.
So when we
Goodbye.
send them, we're like, fuck, thank God we got some songs this week. And we send them back a letter that says, hey, your song's going to get played. They can feel special.
Yeah.
I don't think I was
I
supposed
mean,
to say
I
that
like.
on the mic.
I like what that idea is, though. I
Yeah.
really do. I really
We'll
do.
give it great consideration, but who knows?
Maybe we won't.
Bopping.
All right, we'll be back in
All
about
right.
5 minutes.
Facts, guys.
10
Here's-
minutes, 10 minutes.
All
Don't
right.
go anywhere.
All right, no need.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, shoot! Oh, check, check. Talking away. But I don't know what's left to say. Hey, hey, America. Check, 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 check. Yeah, mic check. Checking the mic, checking the mic, checking this mic. Yeah. What? No, I'm not playing a cover. Oh, wait, when do I go? Oh, wait, are we live? Oh, yeah, okay, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, ZAC, CONGER. Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, we are live. All right. What up, everybody? My name is ZAC CONGER. I drum for a band called Camp Comfort, but back in the day, I did some solo singer-songwriter stuff. This is a song I wrote. It's called Secrets. Thanks for letting me play for ya. I know it's hard to love her, secrets so hard to cover up. I've given nothing, wanted, and now she's all up on it, waiting for me up in the back, bass bumping hard on the track, getting whiplash. And all I ask is, please no, don't go till you've given a chance for all my loving. I've been so cold, taking all and giving nothing. Know you love it when I play the guitar. Coming close and we'll take you far, and do another in the back of the bar. We can have it all. Our hearts were made for others, but mine has still been running off. Come catch me for a smother to all this pressure and find a better love. In a bottle of the best to get me drunk, in a pile of the white to keep me up. If I'm able to drive, then it's not enough. Just wanna get fucked up. Please no, don't go till you've given a chance for all my loving. I've been so cold, taking all and giving nothing. Know you love it when I play the guitar. Coming close and we'll take you far, and do another in the back of the bar. We can have it all. One shot, one line, one time I'm fine, no lie. One shot, one line, one time I'm fine, no lie. One shot, one line, one time I'm fine, no lie. One shot, one line, one time. Please no, don't go till you've given a chance for all my loving. I've been so cold, taking all and giving nothing. Know you love it when I play the guitar. Coming close and we'll take it far, and do another in the back of the bar. We can have it all. Please no, don't go till you've given a chance for all my loving. I've been so cold, taking all and doing nothing. Know you love it when I play the guitar. Coming close and we'll take it far, and do another in the back of the bar. We could have it all. Please no, don't go till that you've given a chance for all my loving. I've been so cold, taking all and giving nothing. Know you love it when I play the guitar. Coming close and we'll take it far and do another in the back of the bar. We could have it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, ZAC CONGER. Love it. All right, we're going to take another real quick 5 minutes. Let's get situated, then we'll be back with the rest of the plug. ZAC CONGER. mic's on. No, it's not. My mic's not off. Welcome back to the plug. Live from the Iron Phnx here in Rapid City. We are live at
Welcome.
Get him with a different camera angle.
What's up, Iron Phnx?
What up?
What's going on, on, guys.
We are sitting with our special guest host and co-host, ZAC CONGER of Camp Comfort. He just
What
did a
up?
little solo performance if you didn't catch it.
How's it going?
And don't forget, we do this every first Monday of the month here live at the Iron Phnx. If you'd like to get any more information, just like the page and share this broadcast for your boys. My name is Paulie G.
It's your boy Ether.
And I'm Bob.
And I'm Zach.
Hey.
Hey.
We are going to get right into the music. Zach, once again, thanks for your performance, man. Excellent job. Camp Comfort is live and direct almost everywhere they go. So like their band page as well. And keep it to say everything Camp Comfort. If you're in the area, you definitely got to check them out.
Yeah, also like Zach Conger, DuPont Real Estate, Jake Johnson Group at DuPont Real Estate.
Yeah, and like my OnlyFans page.
It's a good one. Trust me. on
Only
that.
feet page, excuse me. I got nice feet, man.
I'm only there for the
If somebody wants to pay me for pictures of my feet, I'm not. Who am I to tell them no?
Yeah.
Just to
Why
deprive
not
them
take
of
money for
happiness? Come on.
You should.
All right, so we're gonna get right into it.
Bam.
Ether, give us an update.
Next up, we got Sam Maverick with the track called Lost Temple.
Ooh, I like this guy.
From
Good tunes.
from Rome.
What's his name?
Sam Maverick.
Bob,
He's-
I don't even know if you're
I'm
real
fucking with you
anymore.
guys.
Do you
I
know
don't
who
even know
this
if you're a
guy
real
is?
Yeah,
person
I'm
anymore.
fucking with you
He's only
guys.
been-
He's like,
Jesus
ooh, I
Christ.
like this guy.
We're all like friends
all
on
right.
Facebook and shit.
He's out of sight.
Out of sight. Sam Maverick, Lost Temple, out of Romania. Here we go. Come on.
Heck yeah, Sam.
That ain't it.
I didn't either. Your system is failing you today.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Is it?
It's more me just not remembering how to use my system.
That's
all right.
all right.
Yeah, Sam Maverick, ladies and gentlemen.
Doom, 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 doom.
Watch it
look at
happen.
that.
Thank God.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
David Herring, what's boppin'? Good to see you. Siobhan Ward, what's goody? Sophia Beatty, what's boppin'? Heck yeah, Sam. We got Crystal in the building. We got Megan in the building. Yow, yow. Welcome to Club Lost Temple.
Everybody get your fucking hands up.
Paul's getting sweaty.
Sweaty Paul.
Chris, how you feeling? It's good. It's good. It's good. Iron Phnx. What's goody? Also, don't forget to tip your bar staff. We got Megan, our new bartender, in the mix. Sophia Bailey says, hey! Nice performance, Zach. Taylor Cart.
Cut the bill.
Sam, I love that.
That's a great video.
Taylor, you are yourself now. That's fantastic. So sorry I couldn't help you on that.
Yeah, what up, Taylor? We've been missing your comments. I have the permit to activity for this song.
Yeah. Damn.
Sam Maverick, my guy.
Lazy River Tubing.
That
And
was
that's- and
awesome.
that song, just chilling on a tube.
We
And
do admit it. Taylor,
maybe
we
you
do
hit the
miss you.
rapids. You know what I mean? I dig that. I dig that song.
I would love that. I mean, honestly, I took the lazy tubing thing like a chill thing, but when you pop this type of music behind it, it gives us that our own touristy beach vibe, man.
I like
And,
this. I like
it's river.
Touristy
I like,
beach
I like that
vibes.
transition too.
No, that's like fucking. Never mind.
I like the
That's an
transition.
ecstasy vibe, bad.
I like
Yeah,
for real,
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
That's the story.
Maybe-
Or like, have you seen that video
I'm
that like
rolling.
that dude's that he's like, we like big build-ups and disappointing drops.
Yeah,
We
that's right.
like big build-ups
That's what that-
and disappointing drops. We like big build-ups and disappointing drops. We like big build-ups and disappointing drops.
Yeah.
That's what
exactly
it
what
is,
it's
dude.
like,
I
though.
love it. Anything
you know-
that
you know
is
what-
reminiscent.
You know what's funny about that too is that drop. You feel like I feel like it's like feeling like you're about to go over a waterfall, and then all of a sudden you're underneath it, getting the showered water.
Wait, where was the
You're
actual
like,
fall?
oh fuck, and then it's just like.
It's a safe family ride. You have to remember that. It makes it intense. The anxiety builds, but once you go over the ridge, you realize, oh, that's right. This is Rushmore Slides. Actually, I almost died numerous times at Rushmore Slides. What am I talking about?
You know,
did.
I worked.
You
I was
did die.
I was a lifeguard there when I was like 17.
You were running there when I was fucking a
Best
kid,
job
you
I've
son of a
ever
bitch.
had.
One at a time.
Best job I ever had. I got to see so many tits.
How many kids did you
That river
save
raft
from
ride.
drowning?
Every time they come over the thing, just whoosh, all the water would just blow everybody's tops off.
Oh.
It was great.
I guess I don't know
Jesus
what you guys are
Christ.
talking about.
Bob, I'm never taking you with me to Six Flags again.
Well, you know,
You
they're closed
cretin.
now, so.
Let's get down to it. We all know what we're going to say.
I'm gonna-
Sam
I'm a
Maverick.
hotel.
I'm gonna
in
jump
a
in on this one real
hospital
quick.
where that
I
place used
liked
to be.
I liked the tempo.
Sabrina's in the building. What's Bob and Sabrina?
up?
What's good?
What up, Sabrina?
I believe
Alright,
it's
this is
squid.
alright, this is the opposite of move quickly through
Right,
these
you're right, you're
songs.
right,
let me
but-
get through a review real quick. Hold on. This song, this track, it was done very well. I liked it. It had a great tempo to it. Good key change. I would like to hear a massive actual drop. There was no drop there. It was like it was more of a shelf, which I dig. I'm not saying I didn't like it,
love it.
but something else to follow that, almost like a roller coaster, like fake drop, and then the real one. I don't know. That's my personal
So
opinion.
this
I'm
song
not taking
literally
away from.
embodied that feeling of what we were just talking about, going
Yeah.
into that little mist.
There's a road right
I don't
behind
know.
Shears, like a little like service road,
Right.
And you like there's this
Oh, I
one
know
part
what
where you
you're talking
can't
about.
fucking
Yeah.
see below it. And the first time I was driving, I was on snow, and I went to go hit my brakes, and I was sliding. I thought straight up I was just gonna fucking plummet to my death, and it's
looks
just a little
like it.
hill.
It's true.
You know, it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, it's pretty good. It got me momentum. I got up the other side. It was like nothing ever happened.
Right.
I feel like that with this song. I feel like it's very, very
But
nice
now,
build.
if you take a left, you
but
will
no car wreck.
plummet to your death.
Yeah, I like a little car wreck in my EDM.
You will
I'm gonna,
die if you
I'm
take
gonna
that
go.
left.
I'm gonna go 7.5.
Bobbing.
Good song.
I feel like this song literally makes up when you're at a rave. When you're scratch that. When you're walking through the lanes and the labyrinthine structures of TikTok. You're
The
going to
what?
find yourself the labyrinthine structures
Here
of
we
TikTok.
go,
That
here we
is
go.
TikTok. Okay, you're going to find yourself casually perusing the EDM, EDC section. And you see all these people listening to a lot of very, very basic music, it seems like. But as when you're on the outside, once you get on the inside, you see the colored lights. That shit.
He's pretty good at
It
that.
gets you in there. It seals the deal. I'm just doing an imitation of it, and it's already getting you guys involved. That's how important that is. This was right there, Sam, as usual. There's no way I can... You're insurpassable. If you're not fucking famous in Romania, of all the places, East fucking Europe...
Romania must be pretty cutthroat.
I mean, they must be. I mean...
He's like, I don't get any gigs, man.
That's bullshit.
Nobody
There's
wanna
no
hire
way.
Sam Maverick. I'm like, bro.
Like, lead that country.
Either you're fucking... Like, he's just taking, like,
No shot.
tracks from somebody else that's already famous and sending them to us, or this is his real music and this man needs to
think
be
If
famous.
you're getting hated on, Sam, please,
loved
God,
it
dude,
a lot.
send those screenshots.
Like, either he has duped us completely, or this man's amazing.
Wouldn't it
being
be
just like-
great if it's like some 45-year-old Chinese dude? He's just sending us.
No, I have pictures. I have
I
pictures.
know,
of
I
this
know.
man.
I'm friends with him on
You have-
Facebook.
you have
I'm fucking
alleged
with- of course I know
photos,
who
sir.
the guy is.
Alleged.
Jesus.
You don't have...
after-
you don't have...
I follow
you
a
didn't
guy-
take those pictures
No, I
yourself.
do.
You don't know.
I follow a guy on Twitter who has he makes AI faces and they look very realistic. So this is true.
Yeah, deep
I
fake,
can't
man.
tell you that this is a real person or not, but the evidence suggests yes, he is real. 7.5 for a real human
7.5.
cyborg maybe individual.
Zachary.
Yes.
Well,
Through the
anyway,
wormhole, Zachary.
so I love that kind of music, and I have like friends that play that live often enough, or
You're
that
talking
style
about
of music.
Stupid Happy dude.
Yes, I love Stupid Happy.
those guys
But
are
anything
great.
that I feel like I can do the Bernie to, just is awesome to me. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
Just do the Bernie. I'm gonna go 8.
Eight from Zachary. Bob.
Yeah, dude,
Speak with emphasis.
I've heard a shitload of Sam Maverick songs, obviously, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I love his music. This one, it's up there. It's definitely up there.
You're such a fucking curmudgeon today. What is your...
What?
What happened when you got up this morning? Somebody shit in Bob's jerk-off sock again.
Bob, give some love.
And he didn't know it. He didn't
Hey.
check the sock. You got to check the sock first, Bob.
You know, I still really like it. I wasn't gonna go low. I was gonna give this one a 7.5.
Just the way you talk about it sounds so dreary and sad.
I am a dreary, sad person. That doesn't
No.
reflect my opinion of the song.
You're like the commercials in an infomercial.
You don't have to be a dreary and sad person. That's not a personality trait.
That's good, yeah.
That's
No,
a feeling.
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't try to do it.
I've been trying to watch these sham wow commercials, and this fucking set it and
I'm
forget
kidding.
it guy
I'm
keeps
kidding.
popping
Everybody
in and
out
fucking
there,
everything up.
I love my life. I'm very happy. I'm having a great time.
Now you're explaining yourself.
He's lying.
Bob, what do you rate it?
I told you 7.5.
Would you swipe right or left?
7.5.
Which way would you swipe though?
Which one's
Would you swipe right on this one?
Is that a like?
The man
Just
ain't use
answer the
Tinder.
question,
He don't
Bob.
use Tinder, man. Come on now.
Stop gaslighting.
Yeah. Gen Z has had enough of your guff, Bob.
Yeah,
I use the
we've
one-
spoken.
I use the little icons on
I
the
don't even know
bottom.
if I am
A little
Gen
heart.
Z.
We're Gen Z
No,
now.
no
Yeah, okay.
heart.
We
you know?
identify as
I
Gen
don't.
Z.
I don't swipe because I've
That's
done
like the
it wrong
Chinese
so many
calendar
times.
for me. I don't know. Fucking.
I've been
no
like,
idea.
let me look at this girl's pictures, and I'll like swipe to go through the picture. Like, whoops.
You don't. You tap.
I know, and that's why I fuck up, and that's why I use the little icons.
no.
on the
What?
bottom. There's a
What are
little
we
heart-
talking about? Hold
there's a
on.
little
We're
heart-
talking about
Let's
the
get
Chinese
back.
There's a little
calendar.
heart and there's a little X.
Bob, what did you
That's
give it again?
7.5.
7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 8. And
Nice.
just a quick note about the Chinese calendar.
Yeah.
It's very accurate. We read it at a Chinese restaurant we were at, and I am definitely an ox, and you're a monkey.
Well,
Did you
I
read
find
it
that
at the
racist
Golden Phoenix?
And
specifically.
there's a rat that you imagine sitting next to somebody, and they're like, they don't know what's going on, and you're just like, oh, you're a rat.
You're a
and they're just
rat.
like, excuse me,
Excuse me,
What
sir.
did you just say? They're like, you're a
Like,
rat.
you're a monkey.
1996,
Like, that's
you guys
racist.
are rats.
It's cool. I'm a
whole-
monkey.
I'm a cock.
Generation.
I think I'm a rabbit. I think.
Worldwide.
That's what it
Let's move on to
says
that. Let's move on to
on the
next one. It
Chinese
takes too
thing.
long.
All right, next up we got. Ooh, and I'm so stoked about this one. Yeah, something else. All right.
You- man,
Bam.
this is-
Shambhala, get your gun.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, the next song we're listening to is Shambhala. Pow. Get your gun, a three-piece post-garage band from Mainz, Germany.
Okay.
Ethan's getting.
Mine?
He's
Is it
warming
Mainz,
up for
mine?
these strip club national
Germany.
How's it
championships.
spelled?
Ladies and
The
Strip
gentlemen,
club
band since
DJ national
2017.
welcome
They
to the stage.
Yeah, that's what it's always been.
Cinnamon.
It's been like that for years.
Shempaku.
All right, let's hear it.
Yow! Played alongside Amorphous, Hatebreed, and many more bands. Their album's called Trapped Inside. It's recorded at Electric Soul Studio. Bam.
All right, cool.
Shambalao.
Ooh, rock and roll. Missing Children alert.
Yeah, everybody get
Holy
on Coda.
shit.
Check that shit out.
Don't worry about that.
We should all worry about that.
We're all worried about that.
I can't turn this mic off quick enough.
Ooh, the bass lines remind me of Typo Negative.
I just want to see how long the song was. It's not quite. It's like 5. It's 5.
5 minutes. That ain't bad.
I mean,
who was that one more time?
that was Hoobastank. No, it was not.
That was Shambhala with a track called "Get Your Gun."
Shyamalans.
Shambhala.
Like M. Night.
Shambhala.
M. Night Shyamalan's. I'm really going to start on this one because I liked a lot of the aspects of it. It was very, very creative in certain spots. I think it should have stopped definitely like about 45 seconds earlier than it did. There was no reason for that like long ass outro, personally. But I did like the guy's voice a lot. I think he's got a very, very like I want to say bold voice. It's very, very crisp. He enunciates well, and I just think that there just wasn't a lot like capturing my attention. If I'm being honest, like there's a lot of different key changes and things that I enjoyed, but they weren't prominent enough. Once again, as you're listening to the track, it just kind of like the track just kind of like fade away from you a little bit. You're just listening to just blandness towards the end there. There's no creativity at the end. The beginning of it had a lot of creativity in it. And I do like the part where he's trying to harmonize when he was doing that build up with his voice. But there needs to be something filling those gaps, I feel like. Otherwise, it's not quite,
like some harmonizing vocals or something.
Yeah, in the background. Just when he's going, like that. Like,
100% agree.
Pop something in, but like some backing vocals to trail that so it pops out of the track a little bit more. Because it was cool. It just wasn't very, I say, noticeable.
That's crazy because what I noticed was that nothing more than the vocals were literally blowing up this entire beat. The instrumentation, the arrangement, and the chord usage, all these things were fantastically and creative in a lot of ways. But what was most annoying for me, at least in my personal perspective, was that and annoying is a strong word, what was most apparent to me that was a mistake in this song mix was that the vocals were so much more overbearing and looming over the beat. Instead of they were like orbiting space stations around the earth rather than being aircraft within the atmosphere. These guys were not within the beat. Their vocals were above the beat, and they need to be. And I think I say they because there's more than one, but really it's probably just one guy. The screaming vocals at numerous points were way too high over the actual.
I agree with that.
Over the beat and the vocal or the main
I like
vocals.
his voice though.
But there was various points throughout the song where you had those screaming vocals right on point volumetrically, volume-wise, I meant. And
well, here's the
you need to
if
find those points.
If you want to do like screaming vocals but still have melody behind it,
this sounds like Scar Symmetry. It sounds like Scar Symmetry, and
like
Scar Symmetry did it best. You
vocals.
should look to them if you haven't heard of them. Scar Symmetry is the band that you've got vocal similarities
I felt like some
to.
Incubus there too.
I can see Zach is just chomping at the bit to jump in on this one. So
well, I
thought it was cool.
Just like push me off to the side.
It's a super what I would call the butt rock genre, and I dig it.
Well, that's beautiful.
Dude, that's that voice. I'm sorry. Yeah, stuff like this. And so that literally, and I know that it sucks coming from that like that perspective, but
I think it's more reminiscent of like
it's like when you don't listen to like reggae or like you don't listen to metal, it all sounds the same to you, and that just sounded like you could have said that's off of like any like
there was a couple parts that were almost
early to mid 2000s
so
like
the arrangement,
hard rock
was
album, and I would have
There were so
believed
many
you it's that
different
band.
Areas of the arrangement,
Except for that weird screaming thing for no reason.
Yeah, that's what that.
Like the screaming of the background. Like I mean, I would use that for emphasis of a part that
That's
like
what I was
builds
talking
up
about.
and is
Seemed like it was
important.
just
But then it
plugged in.
happened, and then it just like went down, and it was like, I don't know.
Well, finish what you were saying.
So overall, for a score, I'm just going to say, take that scream vocals down just a little bit. Bring your vocals down and blend that the instrumental with your vocals a little bit more. Just blend that together because it's missing.
Tighten it up.
It's oil and water right now. It's oil and water, and you need to blend those motherfuckers together. I'm about this one up at a 7. Solid.
7. Zach, what do you give it?
5.
I'm gonna give it a 6. For all the reasons I said earlier, but also just I feel like it's lacking in a sense of production in certain areas. But cool tone, cool voice. Your voice is fucking awesome. That's why it reminded me of Incubus was literally the lead singer. Lead singer of Incubus.
What?
Lead singer of Incubus.
Shit, I
Fucking can't think of his
remember
name
off
off
the
the
top
top
of
of
my
my
head.
That being said, that is who I think you sound like.
Someone
I think
hug
it's
Bob.
6 for me.
This is demanded by
Bob.
the comment section.
Man,
David
I mean,
Herring gives a
I
7.5 as well.
I like the style because it's like he said butt rock. I'm saying more grunge rock. Like
No, grunge is way different.
it's like a mix of the both. So it's like grungy butt rock
It's like grunge butt.
or grunge. Yeah,
Yeah.
like buddy
Butt grunge.
Butt grunge.
No, Incubus is
Brandon
not butt rock.
Boyd.
But I'm not.
Never
I'm
said
not
that.
dissing on your song,
From Chris.
guys. I'm like, it's a cool song. But yeah, I kind of agree with most of what you guys have been saying. I thought the mix was okay. I just would have liked to hear. Yeah, the vocals need to be cleaned up a little bit. And, oh shit! But
There's a fight about to break out.
I'm dropping this one off at
We're running away.
Ooh,
solid.
there's a fight outside.
Solid
I'm gonna join.
6.5.
6.5 from Bobby. Real quick, out of curiosity, Chris, you sing shit like that at karaoke and such.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you're an avid fan and advocate for that type of music, yes? Oh, you aren't. You
He was
tuned out. You
gambling.
tuned out. All right.
No worries.
He was here.
He says playing a game like it was on his phone, like he wasn't pumping money into it. He's like, I was playing one of those gambling.
It just didn't sound different from stuff like that to me.
Well,
You know what
I think that you have a really cool voice. I'd like to reiterate once again the harmonies in that part where you're doing a bill with your voice. I think they're pretty fucking cool. I think you should add a little bit more to it and get a little more creative in those parts, and maybe a little less creative in the parts where you're just plugging in screams for no reason. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
We
Next
shall.
up,
We got next.
we got.
This is like Glitch Box.
Nope. It's there we go. It is it's Glitch Bay, dude.
Oh,
Glitch Bay.
I'm gonna send you
No
a picture
intro.
of the
It's
back
just
of my
ritual.
box.
Glitch Bay ritual. Brow. Brow.
I don't know.
Where's
man.
that juice?
This song goes out to all my drunken ass, lazy ass, drunkenauts.
Just let the song play.
Yeah, looking at you. Damn, nice. Bryce, you got Bryce in the building too, got it? What's goody? Ow! Look at these people. That's it.
Cool song.
That's it. I mean, that was pretty short, but
Glitch Bay
dig it.
ritual. No, I mean, what else you want it to be? I mean, it's like it's almost like a.
well, here's what. Here's
I
I
what
feel like I was entering the beginning of like the Tron world.
Yeah, like a
here's
like a
what-
really
well,
deep.
God,
Like a
horror.
montage
So
of me getting put into the games.
Inexperienced with the cyberpunk and fucking digital punk world.
The multiverse.
Sci-fi is now the biggest thing in this entire media industry, mainstream media industry, and you guys are literally just bypassing it. Like,
Y'all fucking with that multiverse though.
2 years, you guys are gonna be like, what is going on with all this
All the-
Facebook
right,
advertisements, this synth wave? I used to listen to synth music.
I feel like Bob hit.
Take on me.
Bob hit senile at a young age.
I just, all I want to say is like
we're just waiting for the side effects to kick in.
When are you guys
when
gonna
it
get your
started-
Neuralink
When the
installed?
song started, I literally turned to Zach. I was like, "This needs more percussion. Like the drums could be cooler. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4." And right when I said that, the drums started going like.
It's called a breakdown, Bob. You know damn well what that is.
I know, but
Quit
I mean,
acting like
that's
you
what that's what I wanted through the whole song. Could have used that cool ass like knock off that 4/4
The
bass
entire
with the
time.
boom, boom,
A breakdown
boom,
from the
boom,
get-go.
In my
boom,
head, I
boom.
was thinking of like a big pumpkin,
was just like
like
boom,
a
boom,
Halloween
boom,
pumpkin
boom,
playing
boom,
the synth on the
boom,
keys.
boom, boom.
That made me happy.
I want to hear that.
I see that too. Actually, I had thought about Jack Skellington at one point
Like
myself.
literally, like kicking the pianist tails back and being like,
Oh.
I fucking
Look at
love
those
it.
finger
I liked it. I thought it was. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
in
that makes
my
sense.
head.
Get
But
a
it's a
shot.
pump. But it's a pumpkin.
There it is.
But it's a pumpkin doing this.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I dug it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was very, very image capturing and sound capturing of an instrumental. It really put me in a specific mood, whether or not I feel like it's whatever.
I mean,
it's
it was
gonna put
called Ritual.
yeah, I mean, it kind of put me in a dark, deep, crazy mood. Like
Pumpkins.
immediately, right when I started hearing it, I started thinking about like,
Bryce has something to say.
what the fuck's
Oh,
about to
Bryce was
happen?
trying to
You know,
pass
like
this.
it'd be good for a lot of different things. You could put it at the, I mean, credit roll for a Halloween flick that you just watched. I mean, just anything. It's just a really, really dark and ominous song, but very, very upbeat and modern.
You
And
know
I
what the
liked it.
strangest thing about this is that
Seven.
The name of this
7.5.
7.5 from Paul. The
7.5
name of the
from
genre
Paul.
is called Dark Synth. Surprisingly, that's.
I'll make my change. I'll use
with
my
dark
change.
music.
I'm going
7.
6.5. It was a little mushy.
I'm going 7. I'm going 7 for that reason. But I respect it more than him.
Here's my thing. I really like the
close to
part
home.
where the drum, where the percussion was going all nuts and like the breakdown.
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
I think you could have done that with the percussion throughout the whole song instead of having to rely.
Then you
on
would have
that
said it was
1,
repetitive,
2,
you son of a
3,
gun.
4.
Yeah, for real. For
Come on.
real. Come on, Bob.
Paul,
Get
or
some new
Bob,
material.
But that's what I'm
Chill
saying.
out, Bob.
If you
Get
I'm
could
just
have-
really wondering
Get some new
where,
material, Bob.
how,
I want
how
that
far are you about to
2021.
stray from
I
your
want that
original metal
sweet,
roots?
sweet percussion, man.
Bob,
Sadly enough.
if percussion was a woman, she would not be calling you for a second date, okay?
Well,
Well,
she just
that's
denied-
her,
he denied
her
her, like,
loss.
You just dogged on her
Said
massively.
She, did something
She doesn't play that
she
shit.
totally didn't.
Also,
On-
4 on the floor is a perfectly respectable way to be percussive.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing here. This is
I mean, the synth
I'm not.
were- the synths
I'm
were
not
percussive.
knocking 4/4. I'm just saying.
No, 4 on the
Okay, so
floor,
I think,
bud.
I think
That's
you can get away
kick,
with
kick,
doing.
kick.
You, do, I, you guys, I know
like
what
this.
fucking 4/4 is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You can. You don't see even that right now is better.
Doesn't that make you feel good? Yeah. Makes me feel good.
Hold on, there's a build up.
All right, hold on.
So that's
That was
what
actually
wait.
pretty cool. But
4-4, Bob.
all I'm saying is that the very when it got really intricate with the percussion and the breakdown,
No, I'm just kidding.
I think you can do that throughout the whole song.
That is techno music. That is techno music. What are you saying to me right now, my guy? I don't know who
I'm
this man is. I
saying-
feel like I'm in a parallel universe. Mandela affected. My Bob is not the same Bob
Listen,
that I had.
hashtag let Bob speak.
Yeah,
you have to give
all
him-
I'm saying
Speaking blasphemy,
is
that's
that
what
when
he's
it
speaking
started,
about.
it was
God
just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then it went like.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
So like you can do that throughout the whole song, but you don't have to make it as intricate. You can go like 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4. Yeah, instead of just
That's
1,
the same thing you
2,
just
3,
said.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I get the spirit of what Bob's saying.
I want playbacks on this show. I swear to
And
God. I feel like that we just aren't
I'm not
listening to
sure.
exactly the songs
I'm not
in the
sure
same way.
why Bob is in such a sour mood.
I'm
Right.
not.
Bobby, what do we got to do?
I like the song.
Let's close out.
I was still gonna drop this one at a 7.
All right. Well, good things, Bob. Good things are coming to your way. You're coming your way. Does that make you happier?
Yes.
All right. Now, what'd you rate it?
A 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's good. That's better. You said I rated a 7. Like you're angry about
Wait,
it. So I just
wait,
want to
wait,
clarify.
no, it's
a good seven.
You do
Solid
like
seven.
the song.
I can't breathe in and out very good because my chest is all fucked up.
Don't make this political, Bob.
That's true.
I hurt my
Don't make
ribs.
this political,
Let
sir.
him do his
So
thing, all
my
right?
voice is a little tame today. I can't. That's all.
All right. I love that score, by the way. Bob.
Everybody, let Zach speak too now. Zach, what do you got?
What? Oh, I already said 6.5. I thought it was cool.
It's cool.
6.5.
It's cool.
All right. So,
Cool.
what was
Yes.
it?
And so I just wanted to say real quick that
7.
I'm about to say it.
Oh, I thought you were.
I love it. Listen, it's good. The long length of this discussion has literally made me forget exactly what we were listening to. But I can
Yeah,
tell you
yeah.
this much: I was steadfast off the get-go, so I'll retain that steadfastness.
Well,
But
before
I'm going to retain it less because I'm not sure. So I'm about this off at a 7 solid. You?
7.
Hey.
I just want to clarify, but that my scores don't matter because I like all this music, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome.
It's good shit.
None of
Also,
these scores matter.
there's
It's
something
just
to be
4
said.
idiots on the internet.
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm
There's
using my
something
other
to be said
change.
about anybody who sends their
Second
music
change,
to this show
7.5.
and expects some sort of a serious or
clickbait, man.
professional review.
Yep.
You have misjudged us.
I'm
man,
attention
or share.
deficit, for Christ's sakes, man.
I'm a professional
We
in many ways,
are.
but reviewing things is not one of them.
This has been a great show. We're live at the Iron Phoenix.
We
Rapid
can't see
City.
the entire.
Big shout out. Hey, what up, everybody for TV Land? Give us
We
a
need more-
hey.
Y'all are on
Put your
camera
hands
right
up.
now.
Bam, bam, bam. We didn't have
Give
any
it up,
samples.
Iron Phoenix! Woo!
There's way more
So
people than
it's been a
know
great show.
Trust
This is going to bring us to our last song of the night,
Yes, it does.
and it is by a local homegrown Sophia Beatty.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
tight.
Exciting!
Amazing singer, and we know her, a dear friend. We know her from a lot of places she's performed, really just, kind of bumping into her here and there, but she does frequent our events as we do hers. And I'm excited to
Sophia,
hear
when
this.
are we gonna get you on this show?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
You need
We
to
do
be
want-
one of our
we need
guests
to-
one
we
of
need
these
to-
She
times.
may.
Come on.
She might not.
We need to. She's
She will.
amazing. Very, very, very wonderful person. You play in her band too? That's right.
Of
Yeah,
course
yeah,
he does. He
exactly.
plays
Josh,
in every band.
Josh, the man of many bands, and the
man
man
of many
knows over
bands.
2,500 songs off the top of his head.
Bam.
I don't remember what I ate for lunch yesterday.
Fuck.
This band knows 3,000 songs. All right?
Last song, Steven.
Respect it. Okay.
Sophia Beat is watching the show. It's kind of a first draft. It's better now. Let me know.
Sophia, I'm going to be
Beatty's-
real on this one. All right. So don't expect any
We're gonna
brownie
get-
points.
Yeah.
Just because
Love you.
we're friends.
We do love
Love
you,
you
but
too.
we're gonna be real with you.
All right.
Sophia Beat.
I'm coming at you hard.
Track's called Right Path. Here.
Evisceration.
She said
Let it
go
commence.
easy, by the way.
No.
Here we go.
No easy. You got. Has that worked once today? It hasn't.
All right, here we go.
Spoiler alert.
I was playing the entire time. I was just patient. Oh. Yeah.
Let me tell you, oh, where I have been and who I'm becoming. Enemies try to make me fall, but God don't
truth, I'm sorry, but I have to break the news to you. He calls us by your name, but you got to let him in so that he knows you. Reach out to God, he wants to give you strength and adore you. If you're enslaved to the world, he'll break the chains to set free by the truth. Was so confused, but now I made I know, yeah. I've been right skewed, now I know the truth. Oh, God's got to prove the ones I have been through, but they've given me a testimony. Now truth is what I preach. Whoa, I've turned my back on everything I've known. No, I'm on the right path, there's no turning back now. He's rescued me, I'm headed for his throne. No, I'm on the right path, there's no turning back now. Listen to me, there's no turning back, so take the right path now. My testimony, there's no turning back, so take the right path now. What do you believe? There's no turning back, so take the right path now. Be careful who you're serving. Oh, Lord, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. God does of that Bible and things which change you.
God damn.
I've turned my back on everything I've known. I'm on the right path, there's no turning back now. He's rescued me, I'm headed for his throne. No, I'm on the right path, there's no turning back now. Listen to me, there's no turning back, so take the right path now. My testimony, there's no turning back, so take the right path now. Do you believe? There's no turning back, so take the right path now. Be careful who you're serving.
All right, Sophia Beatty. What was that track
damn.
called? The
The
Right,
right
Path.
path. A very, very
Shit, yeah.
powerful song about like good and evil almost. Sophia Beatty, you're amazing. You have a great voice. If you produce this yourself, I have some keynotes. Just as somebody who has done just vocalist work,
Right.
whether it be voiceovers or vocal tracks or just in general. You have a great voice that needs very, very little effects. Reverb is almost damning to you as it is a natural part of your voice. When you add too much shimmer, it almost fogs up your voice a little bit, which is some of the track I heard in certain spots. So I never say this. Maybe a little drier in some spots than wet. But I couldn't. Once again, I want to say I couldn't hear the vocals as much as I'd like to in the speakers. I assume that's how it is because we flattened out the EQ on the board.
Right.
And so,
Paul, what I was going to say is I think the background vocals were at the perfect volume. The lead vocals just need to come up just a notch or two.
Yeah. Just a little bit more prominence in the voice. I mean, the volume at which you're singing sounds right. It just needs a little bit more oomph to the back of it.
I can see that.
I would
And
try.
honestly, oh my God, I had no idea how full your voice is now. Like,
I would try bringing up,
Usually
dropping the lows a little bit, maybe around 120-ish.
It's not the low lows.
It's not the low lows. It's the low mid. The low mids need a little bump to them. So I mean, like if you're gonna adjust, you got to kind of separate the two so there's no muddiness. But find a spot in there and just kind of wedge it out just a tad, so you have a little bit more low end of your voice coming out. And then maybe a bump in the high mids just a tad, just to give yourself a little more prominence. I mean, if you recorded that yourself, you did a very good job.
She says she totally understands and agrees. Thanks for the advice. She also says teaching herself to produce, so please let me know.
I fucking love
how
it. I love it. If this is your first
can.
project.
good God, yeah, you're doing great.
Jay Chris says the right path. That
You're
was
on
a
the
cool
right
groove.
track.
Nice, unique vocals to the beat. I'm right there with you guys. I totally feel what you say. low end on the vocals, sure. That was bopping off a little harder than it wanted to. Just like with that last song, it was sitting a little heavy.
But
on
I
the
get
low end.
why it's there.
But the layering.
Because if you're an amateur producer, yeah,
The
and
layering
you're hearing
is
that,
great,
and you're
but I
going,
almost
okay,
think like some of
I
the
need to up-
background
I need to up my
layers
bass a little bit. I
are
need to get this floor up a
louder
little
than
bit.
the
Right.
lead.
We call
I
it raising. We
personally
call it
feel
raising
like-
the floor.
Yes.
So if you're hearing that, you're thinking automatically,
Mr.
oh,
Murphy.
best course of action is to bump the lows up a bit.
Yeah.
It's actually might be the low mids that need a little bump, and the lows to go down to equal
Well,
out. a little bit.
personally, if anything's going to happen to that, I feel like we should reduce low mids and not bump them. The lows seem where they need to be, in my personal opinion. This is a combination. You heard all the harmonies on there. Those harmonies each have their own low frequencies, and these low frequencies are compounding into a mound of low frequencies. And
Yeah,
she
you just separate
is
them a little
obviously
bit.
doing this good enough. But and I imagine it's the lead. I imagine, because that's what you guys keep on pointing out, is the lead. And I imagine that's exactly what the culprit is with the low mid spike, the peak, the overbearing high low mid point that's causing the problems. I imagine that's
I'm
exactly
fine.
what it is.
They just talk a lot.
But I can just tell you this much. Sophia,
Thanks, Taylor.
despite all that, despite even with all the mistakes that you made, this entire song was fantastic. Your harmonies were on point.
And you
It
wrote
was-
this yourself, too,
And she's
yeah.
produced it herself. So I'm not going to tell you that it's fantastic. I'm not going to tell you this is perfect. I'm not going to tell you that this is a great, magnificent masterpiece of a song, but I can tell you
Right.
this much is that your production styles from an amateurish standpoint, as well as your harmonization and recording yourself from an amateurish standpoint, even though you being an excellent, obviously excellent vocalist, you are beyond the grain, beyond the grain, girl. God dang. Yo,
I didn't even get to get my rating yet.
I'm sorry.
You just hijacked my
I
whole
did.
rating.
I'm sorry.
What do you give it?
I'm at, yeah, I'm sorry.
Give it a score. You got this.
I'm going to have to give this one a 6.5, but ow!
6.5. I feel like I'm right there with you. 6.5.
It's almost there.
But Sophia, like you have a very, very high potential with this. I love the song. If you wrote that yourself, it's amazing. I like the breakdowns with your voice. I think where you shine is really when the beat cuts out and your vocals come and they shine through a little bit. You know, like that slow drop to a raise right there in the middle. It was beautiful, and I think you're doing fantastic for just starting out. Just keep Googling.
You're killing it.
Google more. The internet is a infinite source of knowledge, and so whenever hey, how do you record music? But literally Google everything. If you're hearing, you're going to be your own worst critic. So hear what you have a problem with. Google how to fix it. I'm telling you, that's the world. Bob, you were clamoring over there. What's up?
What's up?
She made the instrumental.
Yeah.
She
You
wrote it
made the
herself.
instrumental?
She made the instrumental. I'm changing
That's
my
a-
score. The 7.5.
You already changed it. You can't do that.
Third change. Ethan's third change.
7.5. You think that
7.5.
song's radio ready?
7.
You're giving-
Seven.
You're giving,
Solid.
you're giving
Give me
a
that
Homer score.
change. 7.
It's a 6.5 song. It is. Needs a little work.
It's bopping.
Nothing wrong with that.
7 just as is.
All right. You're,
Anyway,
That's my-
all I was gonna say is
make sure you wash your hands.
I've seen Sophia play since
Taking that shit.
she started playing, basically, and just the fullness that you have in your voice now compared to how when you started. Because I remember seeing you play live, and you had such a light and kind of almost not, I want to say timid, but you're very.
Well, I mean, timid's the right word. I think if you're.
I'm
not sure what you're going for.
Paul corrupted her.
Are you trying to say you're gay or like what?
Just more like
That's
you
a
weren't-
If you're gonna say it,
weren't
just
up
come
to your
out with
full
it, Bob. We don't
vocal
care. We're
potential.
Sexual harassment,
And
Bob.
the-
Don't do that.
to hear you now using your full range and your full voice, it's really great. And God damn it, quit fucking throw a French fry at me again, I dare you.
Don't throw French fry.
Those are carcinogenic.
I
You do not
was
throw
really
French
impressed
fry.
with that, and all I have to say about the mix is I want to. The background vocals were like the perfect volume.
Sophia, I love you.
But your foreground, when you were singing on top of the backing vocals, you need your voice to be above that just a little bit.
More.
But
They were
otherwise-
above it. There's a little bit more.
Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
Either that or search for more syncopation in the.
Or
needs to
maybe
be
a
more
little
voice.
more
Things
shimmer
combined
on the lead vocals or something to make it stand out above the backing vocals.
Why are we drinking water out of wine glasses?
I was wondering that
These are
too.
water glasses.
This is a stemless wine glass, or
It's
I
called
still
a
give
water
that one.
glass.
I still give that one a
Uncultured swine.
solid 7.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do one last weird-ass thing.
Wait.
What?
Zach didn't give his score yet.
Hey,
I'm so sorry.
that's your first draft. That's so good. I can't wait to hear the final one. Great
Right.
work.
All right, well, wait, that's it. That's our
No,
last
keep
song.
on going. I'm sorry, dude.
Zach, wait.
No, Sophia, that was really, really good. I actually liked it a lot. I would like to hear the final draft. Super awesome.
Sophia
Yes.
says, sounds good, Bob.
I have
Thank
no
you.
advice for you,
No
and I
advice.
have no rating. I will not rate a local artist.
Josh,
Love you.
Josh,
That's actually hot.
let's see
I
what
like
Josh
Solidarity,
has to say.
dog.
If
We
it
play
was-
music together. We're
Let me
all a
just say
family.
this. Let me just say this.
Jay Chris says, I would love to hear this one again. Is there a link? Sophia, if you could please post that link to this comment section real quick for anybody who would like to hear it. That would be fantastic.
If it's a local artist, I'm trying not to hurt their feelings.
Let's see
I don't
what
give
It's
a
not about
shit.
hurting their feelings. I thought it was really, really
No,
good.
y'all gave
But
me
if I say 10 out of 10,
on my
everyone's
own
going to be like, oh, it's
tracks,
because
I'll
it's your
take that
friend.
shit.
Doesn't
I
matter
don't-
what you say. I just won't.
I'm telling you it's a 6.5 because
That's your
I
choice.
want you to be excited for where
Paul.
you're at.
I want to hear what Josh has to say about this.
Oh.
He's a
Yeah, let's get
little
some
more
people up in
versed.
here.
Josh, what do you got to
Let's
say
get
about
a
this
person
one?
up here. Josh, come on up here, buddy.
Well, yeah. Oh,
All
shit.
right. Well,
Shit.
I think that was a great performance
Oh, man.
of a great song. And my best advice would be register it with BMI or ASCAP. And since you did a good job performing it and capturing it, anything you want done to the production, see if you can send it off to a professional mixer and masterer.
There you go.
And then you don't have to Google it. Great
Facts,
song. I
facts,
give it a 10.
facts.
Facts.
That is 100% a facts. A 10 from Josh Marquise. Yeah. I mean, no.
Who else heard this song? You guys vibed to that Sophia Beatty Jam?
Yeah. I think everybody really liked that track. I mean, it was really good.
You can't see. You can't
but
see
I-
the-
all right,
there's a
so-
lot of
so
people.
Round
Josh-
of applause if you like that last song. Yeah.
Yeah,
Josh makes a
Sabrina.
viable point, and it is probably the easiest and
Come on
most
here. I'm trying to get you up here.
I want to say carefree way to do it, most definitely, and a way not to get in your own way would be to just send it off to a professional, get it mixed and mastered professionally. It's not very expensive. How much do they charge for that anyways, tracks?
About 20 bucks.
Hey, like 40, 50 bucks per track. It's not very expensive. It depends. It also does depend, yeah.
If you want to buy a connection, you can look up a list of people who've mastered albums you've heard of. Slayer,
I'm sure Sophia
Jewel,
Beatty
anyone.
wants to be
And they cost a lot, but you
mastered
can
by the
hire them
same
even
guy
if
who
you're no one.
did
Steve
Slayer.
Luke did. Steve
That's-
Luke did.
yeah.
They got oh god, Anthrax or whoever the fuck it was, the producer for that album to produce his album,
Right.
Washout album.
And then also to keep in
Robert.
mind, too, it's as far as you want to go with. And I mean, I always tell somebody, like, if you're going to do something and you have an extreme passion for it, learn the ins and outs. I mean, like,
Yeah.
the best athletes in the world know everything there is to know about their sport that they're in. You know what I mean? The best professionals in any field are going to study and do the work to realize, like, what it takes to be the best. You know, it's not like
But don't be
you
afraid to
have
be
to do that. You can
experimentalist,
definitely
man.
send it off if you don't want to go down the perilous journey that is music production and perfecting that end of it. If you want to focus just on the other aspect, by all means. But I always say, the best in the world always know exactly what they're capable of, what you can do with music, and it's important to kind of like do at least that research to figure out, what's possible. Because if I walked into something I don't know, like let's say you're a 3D graphics designer, and I'm like, hey, can you do this? And you're like, yeah, fucking easy.
Right.
Well, then I'm shooting too low. Maybe I should get you to do like something more
That's what
complex.
I'm talking about, like experimentalism too. Like, don't be afraid to experiment and try out some
Yeah,
different
learn.
things.
Challenge
All the
everything.
greatest things that we've ever had in mainstream music media and anything ever is because some people was like some weird ass son
Push
of a
the
bitch
envelope,
was
yeah.
like, I wonder, and they're like, dude, that's stupid. Nobody does that. He's like, well, I mean, fuck it, and he just keeps on going. You're like, he's
Bro.
just that guy. And the next thing you know, that hits. Sometimes it hits sooner, sometimes it hits later, but we can learn from those elements of those
Yeah.
things that they made. I wouldn't say songs, but this applies to literally everything.
Exactly.
Sophia Beatty just dropped the link. Sophia the Beatty.
Sophia the Beatty.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
facts.
That's facts.
It's Beatty.
She just dropped the YouTube link in the comment section. Guys, check that out if you want to hear that song one more time. Paul,
Yes. I'm going to do it for you.
I need you to send us out, buddy.
All right, listen.
Send us out.
It's been a great night full of wonderment and precociousness. Magnanimous individuals
We haven't been
joining
able
us
to
on
for a long
stage with just indomitable attitudes,
But it's so good.
and just so much support for our local artists. Big round of applause
Big
to the
round of
Iron
applause
Phnx.
for all you guys too. Thanks
Big round of
for
applause for
hanging
Megan,
out.
our bar staff. Big round of applause to Josh Marquis for kicking it in. And the biggest round of applause goes to our guest co-host
Zach
and
Conger.
host of the night,
Thanks for having me on.
Conger.
This was fun. Sick.
All right,
live
guys. So
performance.
since we don't have a song outro, because Josh Marquis' beautiful song outro,
It's not on this.
It's on
a
this
different computer.
laptop. and
God
I
damn
have
it.
Just
no
beatbox
sound
us
card.
out here, Ethan.
So, well, I was
Yes.
thinking we just like hum it out, man. Or you want to beatbox? We were already beatboxing.
I don't think I can
I'm
hum
on
that
techno.
song, bro.
I'm on techno.
It's the business, entertainment, TBTV. Fuck you, Bob. All right, let's try that again. Let's try it. Hold on. Let's try it one more time.
Look at that
All right. This is Zach Conger, ladies and gentlemen. One more time for Zach Conger, co-host. My name is Polly G.
It's your boy Ethan.
And I'm Bob. We'll
This
see
has
you
been the
next time.
Business, entertainment,
One,
television,
2, 3,
Bye forever.
4. It's the business,
entertainment, TBTV. Fuck you, Bob.
I was really trying to do it way better.
yeah,
You guys
all
just whitify everything that I
All
ever
right,
tried
all
to do.
right.
It just
Listen.
destroys my
Just
entire
end the
credibility.
show.
Fuck.
That's